So, Levy Curry posts, I can't believe we're hitting 100 episodes tonight. Thank you, Mike and Jed, especially Jed, for all the hard work you put into the show. And thank you, everyone that has been part of the show, and to everyone that listens every 2 weeks. There wouldn't be a Blackout and Shout podcast without all of you. Levy Curry.
That was just just like an idea I threw out at Levy and shit. And here we are years later, and we've been hanging out for a couple years and met our gang, our close gang and shit, and met people from, at least virtually have met people from all over the planet and shit. And they've met our friends have met their friends and all that shit. And it just becomes like a great circle. And I think that's a pretty cool aspect of
from the UK to Australia.
It's the Blackout and Shout effect.
Yeah, man. It's the web, man. The fucking Blackout and Shout web. If you're stuck in it, we're glad to have met all you guys.
I'm just, that's kind of cool that the social circle is like huge now, which is awesome. Here's the 100 more.
Blackout and Shout. Ow!
Welcome. You have now tuned in to the Blackout and Shout podcast with your host, Mike Kincaid.
Can I tell you that Baby Yoda just annoys the shit out of me?
That's because you haven't watched The Mandalorian.
Oh, look at Baby Yoda, so huge.
Levy Curry.
Some people do all sorts of crazy stuff, like dinosaur romance novels. Those are really a thing. Taken by the T-Rex. A billionaire dinosaur forced me. Ravaged by the raptors.
I wonder if there's audiobooks of them.
And Jed Vargo. He was always well known for wearing the Nazi outfit on.
Captain Kangaroo?
Captain Kangaroo.
Didn't he have the...
No. And he did not dress up as a Nazi either.
So sit back.
Mike, are you... Listen to me. Relax. Say, transform and roll out. And enjoy the show.
Check.
Why are you so low?
I don't feel pretty high myself right now.
Halftime devs, by the way, Levy. Like when we usually take our break, we go back to the well.
No, I can't. I really gotta be able to try home.
I'm gonna subtitle that part. Check.
We're good. Welcome, everyone.
Whoa.
Use a radio voice.
Yeah, man.
Welcome, everyone, to the 100th episode of Blackout and Shout.
What's happening?
How you doing, Levy?
I'm all right, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Back here in person for the first time.
I know, right? I can actually reach out and touch you if I wanted to. That's how close we are.
Probably shouldn't, though.
Yeah. Well, true. Mike, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah?
I'm not doing quite as good as Levy is, but
no.
I can't complain, man.
So we have something special in store for the listeners tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 100th episode. That's what's in store, right?
Yeah, they're getting it right now.
Yeah. Enjoy.
We have a series of special guest stars appearing to this evening, right?
We do?
Peter Cullen, Gary Chalk.
Oh, yeah.
I do actually have a guest star that's checking in.
Yeah.
I just have to pull it up, but you can keep talking and I'll let you know when I get there.
So, what's new, man? Levy, what's new?
Not much.
I'm gonna start with you, Mike. What's new, Mike? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I got a lot going on.
Yeah.
I cut the grass over the course of 2 days. Over yesterday and today.
Okay.
I got that kind of schedule going on at the moment.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
So you just cut the grass. You don't really clean it up, though. Just nature.
Not really. Vanessa was out there with the leaf blower. And then I felt, listen to this. So I cut all the grass.
Yeah.
She was out there with the leaf blower. And then I came inside to get a drink and get my shoes and shit. And because I was heading down to Jefferson's. And I came out and there was a couple across the street and they were walking and they were watching her with the leaf blower. And they see me just come out of the house with the iced tea. And they were eyeballing me. Look, you lazy bastard.
Oh, I'm sure my neighbors look at me the same way all the time if I ever left the house. The The wife was just out there this morning mowing, you know?
You should every once in a while, like when she's out there, especially if she's doing something kind of quiet, like not cutting the grass, but maybe like weeding or something.
Yeah.
And just hang out the door. And
No, I know.
Do my bidding, minion.
She'll be out there mowing. I'll put like a robe on and just come out like stretch. And like drink some coffee and like pick up the
sure
paper.
It's tied loose.
Yeah.
Make sure it's tied loose.
Pick the paper up. Make sure my slippers are clean. And then I'll go back in. I wouldn't give her any water or nothing. Just which is good because she hasn't asked lately at all. So
no.
she goes out mowing now because I'm usually sleeping.
Yeah.
When she's mowing, so that's even better.
This is the 100th episode, the 96th episode of Jed crushing his old lady.
Jed, can you give me some water? Nope, got things to do. Robes to wear.
You know where the glasses
Coffee
are.
to make. Yeah, you know where the glass. There's a hose.
He makes one cup.
I
Like
got
a
her
Keurig.
hose. I actually got her one of those cool stretchy hoses where you turn the water off and it like, you know, goes back down to like 15 feet or whatever.
Right,
When you turn it on, it's like 50 or whatever. So today she was like, it's not working. I don't know why. The water's not coming out. And like literally 5 minutes before that, she was spraying the fucking window of the house with it, right? I'm like, you just were using it. And I'm like, what do you do with it? I don't know. So I went out looking like, the water's fucked up. It's because you put that goddamn water heater in. I'm like, it's not the water heater. I said the fucking hose doesn't use hot water. I said, what's wrong with you? So here, there's like a little, you know, valve on the end of the hose so you can turn it on and off. So you can put like attachments on the end.
Yeah.
She had it turned off. It's not working. It's
The water's
like you just
fucked
fucking
up.
turn that on. There it is. Yeah, there it is. Going in. Levy, how are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Are you growing your hair long, man? It looks like you are.
Yeah, it's a bit long. I haven't gotten it cut in a while.
You get that like Queen Elangia. What's that? Professor X's squeeze from the X-Men.
Lilandra?
Alondra.
That's what he has, that Alondra kind of the wings going on the side there with the feathers. Yeah, man, you should let it grow long again, dude.
No,
Yeah.
I want
Go for the mop.
cut.
Yeah,
That's what
go
I'm
for the
doing.
mop, yeah.
Like all we got to do is make it past summer. If we can make it past summer, as unbearable as that's going to be, then it'll be like cold again, and it'll be okay.
No, I need this cut off.
When I pulled in and you were mowing the lawn, I was like, oh, I bet it looks like DJ's mowing the lawn or whatever, right? You know? And then I looked a little closer. I'm like, is he wearing Mike's shirt? And I'm like, oh my god, Mike looks like he's fucking 16 years old mowing the lawn out
Yeah,
there
man.
for his dad.
I got afro. I got a good afro going.
Yeah. So what else is going on, Levy? And you're just full of knowledge.
Good job, Lev.
Yeah, I know.
How about we start with some hauls and shout-outs? Levy? Come on, you started out.
What? Really?
Start the hauls,
Actually,
man, and the shout-outs.
Okay.
And all that stuff, you know?
All right.
Or any special stories you might want to tell us.
All right. Oh, yeah, this is from Brother Kyle. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's from Brother Kyle. Thank you, Brother Kyle. Appreciate the Septiclones.
Well, it doesn't smell like ass, Brother Kyle, so you're halfway there to me buying it. Now we just got to check to make sure nothing's broken.
Oh.
For anyone who's wondering, Brother Kyle's thinking about, well, he's trying to sell his DX9, the hell's it called? The Astro Train? What do they name it? Chigara.
Chigger.
Like choo-choo?
I
Chigara?
guess. I was thinking Anton Chigger, but, you know. No
Isn't that what
Country
they used to
for Old
call it, like bugs and shit? Like chiggers?
Men? I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
Oh, it must be a hick thing. So you can tell us what you got, Levy.
Well, first I'd like to give a shout out to Mike and Jed.
Hey, that's us.
Yeah.
You remembered our names.
No, I just want to thank you guys for 100 episodes. You know.
Well, we have a few animals running around the house. It gets a little crazy around here.
No, but 100 episodes. It's a pretty big deal. You know. So.
Yes, it is a big deal, Levy. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah.
You feeling okay, Levy?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah? Were you
Yeah.
celebrating a little bit too much, maybe?
Yeah, a little.
He is one with the force. Look at him.
He is the force.
He is the- We love you, Levy.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad you're here, Levy.
That's
I
the
haven't
first phase, apology.
seen you in like 6 months, dude.
I know, man. It's been a long time.
Thank God for that app, you know?
I know, right? Turns 5-hour shows into one.
Oh, God.
You want to pass for now? We'll come back to you?
Yeah, I mean, you give a shout out to me and Mike, so.
Yeah.
Oh, is he still going?
Yeah, he's
Oh my
just started.
God.
Just started.
Shout out to everybody that listens to the Blackout Shout Show.
The audience.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Shout out to the audience.
The audience.
Yeah.
Jed.
Shout out to our
Yes.
listeners.
Shout out to our listeners. So
I'll do the Levy to English translation. I'll be like Babelfish over here. Because everybody's listening will be like, what the fuck's he talking about? Like, let me explain it to you.
Jedfish.
Jetfish.
Oh,
Grundle Levy.
Yeah, you have to come back to me.
Okay. Well, Levy got a shout out. Mike, would you like to continue where Levy left off?
are we doing halls too?
Yeah. He didn't get there, though.
I got I picked up the Scorponok today.
Yeah.
I
Let me
saw
ask you
it.
a question.
Yeah, go
If
ahead.
you weren't there at Target, would you have bought that? Or is it just one of those things where you're like, oh, I didn't get shit, so I'm going to buy this now?
I wanted one. Okay, so at first I didn't want one. So the Fans Toys Fort Max had me all fucked up for a while. And I'm like, well, that, you know,
Yeah.
because I'm like, maybe I'll just hold off because at some point somebody will do this humongous Scorponok. And then I'm like,
2030.
yeah, right. It's exactly right, man. So then I was in this, and I missed out on the pre-order. They were sold out at TCB. So, and then we were there. There was no Joe's, and then me and Louie were about to leave, and I looked down and I saw 3 Scorponoks, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get it. You know? No, because I kind of wanted to get it, and then by the time I decided that I wanted it, it was sold out places. So,
Yeah.
so even if I have it until 2030, it's a good rental, you know.
Are you going to take it out of the box?
What's that?
You're going to take it out of the box? You're just going to say, I got it. I don't need to put it on the shelf.
I
I got enough. It's good enough that I have it. I don't have to open it.
That would be so infuriating for people to watch. It would be all this loose shit like the MP and then it would just be a box Scorponok.
Just a box.
I got the first wave of GI Joes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't open any of them yet.
What is the first wave, by the way? It's
Duke, Scarlet, Roadblock, Destro, Snake Eyes.
okay. Destro was part of the first wave.
Um,
Because they become like so sporadically, like in different like little bits here and there.
I'm already
Pre-orders.
confused, man. I thought I was going to be a nice orderly process, and now it's just completely gone off the rails.
Because they had like, well, let's see, Roadblock, Baroness, Beachhead, and the Cobra Trooper were like the latest ones that are supposed to come out. But then before that, they had the Gold Destro, right? Mr. Money Destro, Pimp Destro, right?
Which I kind of like.
The Red Ninja, and then there was
I don't know who that is, man. Where is the Red Ninja from? I feel like a bad fan, dude.
He's from the comics.
Oh, okay.
And then there was the 2 Cobra Commanders, one with the like the 80s blue and then the Regal blue or whatever.
Which one do you like better?
I like the classic 80s color for that one, but I can't wait for that other one to pre-order to go up. I want to get that, the one basically a Pimp Cobra Commander. He's got the like the snake, you know, and he's all decked out in gold and shit.
It pisses me off when I do that because how do I say no to that? Like it has nothing to do with anything, right? Like where are they getting these fucking ideas? Did that ever happen?
Comic books, man.
That was all in the comics too?
Yeah.
You know what? I think I need to go back and read the G.I. Joe comic books.
Yeah, was it Larry Hama? He wrote a majority of that. I can't remember if he went back to writing that or not.
So this whole Cobra Island thing was a comic book thing.
Got me, I don't know. I'm sure there was a Cobra Island at some point in the comics, but I don't remember it.
Man.
Cobra! But, yeah, man, you could just have, like, Pimp Destro and Pimp Cobra Commander just standing there watching money burn and shit.
It finally hit him. The whole Pimp Destro thing finally hit him.
No.
Go ahead, Levy. Please jump in. I'm begging you.
No, it's stupid.
Tell us, Libby. We're all in suspense. All 1,000 of us.
Well, you said the whole Cobra Island thing, right?
Yeah.
And like they apparently built a base there or something.
Yeah.
How fortunate is it they found an island named Cobra Island? You know? And what are the chances?
It was inconspicuous. Like they didn't have to rename it.
I told you it was stupid.
So I thought it was funny.
You ever see that one politician? He thought if enough people got on one end of the island or whatever, they would tip it. Did you ever see that clip?
No.
I'm gonna have to dig that up.
Is that like the same politician that thought the internet was made of tubes?
Crazy. So yeah, Scorponok.
So yeah, Scorponok in the first wave of G.I. Joe.
And the first wave of G.I. Joes. And I got Beachhead from Cobra Island, Beachhead. Shout out to Mark Roberts, by the way. He found a couple of them. And I mean, I only wanted one, but then I was like, he said he picked two up, and I'm like, I'll just send it, because I know somebody's going to want it and shit. And there was a whole ordeal with the shipping, which I will try to keep in a nutshell, but it's pretty fucking entertaining. So he sends it like express overnight. So it's like $35 shipping, right?
Jesus.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man. so I sent him money for shipping or whatever. So that was on Thursday, mailed it out Thursday. So I'm like, well, Friday, I'm checking the tracking. It's not coming Friday. So I'm like, I really didn't necessarily need it overnight express. So I was totally cool with Saturday.
Right.
Saturday, it doesn't show up. Then it says, or Sunday, I think they deliver packages sometimes on Sundays. Well, I didn't get it on Sunday either. Monday, it said it was a failed delivery. So then I had to call up and I had to I was in this maze of answering robot hell. And I finally found the path that led me to the promised land, which was a human being. So then I got this lady on the phone, and God bless her, but she sounded like she was 100 years old. And she had this little Southern accent. So no matter how much you didn't help me out, I couldn't get mad at her. But she was driving me fucking crazy, dude. I was telling her what was going on. And then she told me that there was no reason why I would have had to sign for it. It said that there was nobody here to get the delivery. It's like, well, there's no signature needed. So she didn't understand why they didn't just drop it off. So long story short, I finally got it on Wednesday. Mom's bored as hell, right? She's like, I'll go pick it up for you. So she goes over, picks it up, tells the lady behind the counter the whole ordeal, and comes back with the figures and a money order for $35 or whatever the shipping was.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I got them a couple days late, and I got my shipping money back.
Was it USPS?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty cool, huh, Levy?
Yeah.
But that's worth noting.
Yeah. Well, free shipping then. Instead of paying the price of a figure and a half for the shipping.
Right.
Wait, I thought Mark Roberts, that was one of your nemesis.
No. You're Rick Roberts.
Rick Roberts, that's right. Okay.
Mark Roberts he sent us comic books.
Right. Okay. So sorry.
A couple figures and shit.
It's the Roberts.
You had the wrong Roberts.
Roberts, yeah. I've been working with a Roberts at work too, so I think that's why I'm all confused.
So sorry. So good looking out. Levy, man. Shout out to Mark. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I got the Brawn, the Fans Toys Brawn, which is good. It's pretty good. I wouldn't call it great, but it's pretty good. I got the Blastoff, Oculamax Blastoff. For the first time, I think this might be the only, maybe not the only one, but one of 2 or 3 third-party bots you got that has no ankle rocker at all.
And it's not one of those things where you don't know where it's unlatches or not.
There's some bullshit unlatched thing that's halfway up his shin, his landing gear. And it splits, but it's kind of part of the transformation. And then you have to unlock something on the back. So it's a cheat. And it looks like shit because it's it puts the ankle up here, So it's some bullshit. But yeah, it has no ankle rocker. And it's actually a pretty decent figure.
Which one is this?
The Blastoff, the Oculamax Blastoff. Volatus or whatever it's called. Volatus, right? So, but he's pretty decent. I don't know. It's good enough. It just has there's a couple things that at this point in the game you kind of expect a little out of figures, especially at that price, I think the ankle rocker wasn't quite as good as it could have been. And the waist swivel's a little weird. I didn't even really mess with it a whole lot, but I know it's not as simple as you just turn the damn thing at the waist like all these other ones are. It seems like there's something kind of fidgety in there I got to figure out yet. I didn't transform him yet, so we'll get to that. But and then he's got single jointed elbows, so he only gets up a hair past 90, which is interesting.
That's not interesting. That sucks.
It's just interesting that's something that gets by anymore. That's one thing that I think you kind of expect.
Yeah.
That ankle rockers.
it's starting to get to the point where you almost expect like a ab crunch and stuff.
Yeah.
But not totally. Like I'm alright without it, but I don't know. It's a really good figure though. And I like that a lot better than I like the blast off, honestly.
Well, you got the blast off. Why? Just because you wanted that whole combiner thing? That just.
Yeah, but these guys are going to be the individual bots.
Oh, okay. You don't like him because of his robot mode.
So I think what they did was they were all in on this all included, like no parts forming, combiner thing. Which, listen, it's a feat in engineering, man. Like it's pretty crazy that they figured out basically a way to do it. But right. The problem is that there was a cost to that. I think without having them giant ass half of a fist inside each side of their legs at the bottom, where there should be a freaking ankle rocker, you get this half a fist in there that fucks all that up. And it's like, dude, I don't care, man. Like, I'm not. Look at Levy. I'm not as crazy as Levy is. Like with like you don't want parts forming and shit, and you're cool with the hips, but just not the whole body that up top or whatever that takes the place of.
I just want to have all members of the individual team members to be an integral piece to the final figure. No, I can get with not just as like to fill space.
Right. Explore the space, Levy. Explore the space. I could agree with what you're saying more than having to have all of that shit included. Like I'd rather you kind of find some happy medium in there somewhere, but.
Well, I mean, it was like one of those things where it made it different. It wasn't parts forming, I remember when I got, I think it's DX9. Was it DX9? I think the one I got from Kyle, the Devastator, the Constructicons that were legend scale. And they had all that incorporated too, like the chest, piece, shit.
Right.
It was all attached and stuff. So that's kind of cool. I mean, was different than all the other, Bruticus options out there at the time.
It's getting to the point where I can see myself just waiting it out and just getting like, because it was the fourth fucking robot too, man. It was the fourth member after they pretty much nailed the first two, and even Onslaught is cool. He's a little odd, but he's cool, Mm-hmm. Kind of reminds me of the Crusher from the Bugs Bunny cartoon. Like, have you ever seen it? He's got this real big upper body and his legs are a little short and shit.
Remember that.
But then this is the fourth one. And it's like, man, what a fucking disappointment to you. Like, if that was the first one, then I would have never been in. And it got me thinking, like, you know what? There's certain companies I just can't trust until the very end. And I think they might be one of them. Like, Fans Toys has been their aerial bots and Stunticons. They haven't put a dud out. Can we agree on that? Have you fucked with any?
I haven't actually bought any because I've...
Levy?
I don't know.
Not yet? Or not at all? You didn't get the Fans Toys Stunticons?
Oh, yeah.
Did you get the Fans Toys aerial bots?
No.
Okay. But the Stunticons you got?
Yeah.
3 home runs in a row, right?
Which ones of the Fans Toys are out? Oh, no. The third one is still in my stash.
Oh, okay. First 2 home runs? This is the witness I called Jed.
That's your expert.
If it was early in my career, Levy, it could all be over for me before it even got started.
What?
If I was like a lawyer,
What?
It's like, oh man, this guy's not fucking helping me out any.
I call Levy Curry to the stand. What? Wait, what?
Wait, what? In a confusing mood today. Mike Kincaid makes yet another bad decision. Levy would just be, it would be like ice cold in there. It'd be just drenched in fucking sweat. Oh, the stuttering that would go on. Are we recording?
We've been recording for 51 minutes now.
Brother Kyle was secretly hoping this was the kind of show it was going to be.
Yeah.
We didn't really get anything done. We just kind of hung out and fucked off. But we know we still got to follow a path, I guess. Right?
So where were we?
We were in the middle. We were in my hall.
Your hall, that's right.
Yeah, so
So we got halfway through Levy's shout outs. And now we're halfway through.
Yeah, that's all I got. And shout out to everybody, man. 100 episodes is crazy. I remember calling Levy the one time going, dude, let's just record this conversation and we're having every other week, or every week or whatever, and then this is where it ended up. So shout out to everybody that followed us.
It was worth the wait.
And definitely shout out to fucking Jed, who basically does just about everything. I know we say it from time to time, but I think it's important that we say it a lot, that you do a lot of fucking work for this shit. So
I am the Senate.
So in this post-apocalyptic world, after election hatred on Facebook and a virus and fucking lantern flies and all that
aliens.
With
the aliens, man.
All that shit.
We will not spank the monkey. The monkey will spank us.
I am the Clit Commander.
Hugh Weezer.
Oh, man. So, and I got nothing to plug. I didn't do anything really. I threw out all my goddamn boxes.
All of them? Even Fast Toys?
All of them.
Even Fast Toys.
I do not have a single third party. No, I kept the Willis. Box because I'm on the fence about selling that shit.
You're still in it?
No. The masterpiece one's still in. Willis is like teetering on the brink.
Oh, wait. So you're definitely going to keep. Which one are you?
I'm kind of waiting to see if that KO thing fixes anything.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I remember just reading about some of the MP44 KO.
Yeah, I heard the knees. Yeah, you still had to do the knee fix. Yeah.
I'm sure everyone else read that same Dame Chalk article as I did. So, but that's cool.
And just to circle back for half a second before I ask you what you got. Okay. I
was going to ask you, how much space did you get?
How much space?
When you threw the boxes away.
I couldn't believe how many boxes were out there. Like, I kept finding them. Like,
well, they were all up in your attic in boxes.
They were all up in the attic. And
you had boxes in an attic.
Had boxes in boxes. You hear how that sounds when you say that shit out loud? Seriously.
It does.
It's ridiculous.
Boxception.
I have all these bags of air that I'm just going to save.
I mean, and I got up there and it's like, listen, let's be honest, like, Vanessa moved in a while ago, so we're slightly crammed. So you can imagine what the attic looked like. And I'm like, dude, I'm just taking up, look at all this space. Like, you'd be able to, it had to go. And you know what? It felt fucking awesome. It really did.
Cool.
I was like, and I put last night, I put them out line them up in recycling. There was I had so much recycling. I had 3 full garbage cans of bubbles, like and I was like, it's funny because as I was pulling away, I was heading down to I got out early because I was meeting Lewis over, which is a whole other story, but I was pulling out when the garbage men were coming by and the recycling, and they were just getting to my stuff, and I saw their lips moving. And I could only fucking imagine what they were talking about, because they were definitely saying something about it, because they were looking at it and then looking at each other and looking at it. But yeah. And then, so I had 3 garbage cans of bubbles out there. And
yeah, it feels good. I remember when I did mine like months ago, just breaking the boxes down, throwing the plastic away. So much space.
Yeah. Yeah. There's everything that's left over. I keep the figures, and their guns go with them, and accessories going in bags, and those bags go into the boxes downstairs. And I have, a bunch of like decent sized boxes or whatever. I got all that shit in it, but it's all compact. So yeah. And shout out to Louie. Me and Louie went Joe hunting and turtle hunting this morning. It came up a little empty. Some people got some balls, man. We were there first. We got there at like 7:30, and we were there first. And there was like a couple ladies that showed up. Older ladies that were definitely there for probably cleaning supplies or whatever. And then
you guys in your line for the Joes too?
After could you imagine? Yo, if they were badass, it just fucking steamrolled everybody, dude. It's fucking Zartan. And but yeah, so and then like as it got closer to 8, a couple more people showed up. that you were like, one dude was wearing like a Captain America shirt. It's like, well, that guy's here, or Joe, there was
that guy's a nerd.
That guy's a nerd. You can smell our own a little
Certainly
bit.
not big for housewares.
But the line was decidedly from us going sideways, like along the sidewalk, right? And this, I'd hate to call him a Kyle because we know Kyle, and Kyle's not a Kyle, but like, a Kyle.
So the monster drinking drywall punch.
Right. Tribal tattoos and shit and whatever. So he doesn't judge a book by its cover because I love when people do that shit to me, but he just kind of like moseys up and parks it right sort of like where me and Louis are, and then it's a 90-degree angle down the side. He kind of stands behind us like he's making a second branch to this line or whatever. And I kept looking back at him, and I'm looking at Louis, and I'm like, this is the guy, man. This is the one that's going to end up getting fucking tripped and tackled into the fucking, But yeah, when the doors opened, everybody was just kind of orderly.
Nerd Wars.
Yeah. I was trying not to have too much of a noticeable pep in my step, but I was ready. I'm like, man, get me out of bed this early and try to run past me for this shit. And then there wasn't shit. I saw that Scorponok.
They didn't have anything out on the shelves at all.
There was nothing. There wasn't a single Joe, not even the ones that nobody gave a shit about. Yeah. So
that's crazy. Last night, or I should say this morning at like 1:30 when I checked the stock at the Target in Temple, I saw they had 5 troopers. And then when I checked it this morning, they were all gone.
Yeah.
When the store opened, they were all gone. So somebody must have either cleaned them out before the store opened or after. But I didn't think... what's really funny? Because we were talking about this for a long, long time. About how they should make 6-inch G.I. Joes, right?
Right.
And then after they started showing like the actual products... And everyone was like, I don't like that G.I. Joe. It looks too much like fucking Fortnite. It's not It's not army enough. It doesn't have the right guns.
No, it's perfectly fucking fine. Right.
Everybody's bitching and complaining about it. Now here we are in like a
frenzy.
Yeah, a frenzy. Toy shortage, hunters, fucking moon.
By the way, when you go into a frenzy, would you say that you would be seeing purple or red?
I'd say red. Definitely red. Yeah.
But yeah, it's
funny. Everyone's all into G.I. Joe now all of a sudden.
Yeah, that does. You know what? I didn't even really think about it like that. Like I just I forgot about everybody bitching about it, but I shouldn't say everybody. But I know what you mean. And
then I wonder, like, how
you hear a lot of squeaky wheels out there.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what the percentage of that is now anymore. Like, are there still like those people out there bitching, complaining, and like, not G1, not G1.
No, the need to collect, overtakes that.
Right. They're like, well, it's all right then. It's I'll customize it myself. And then they never touch it. They don't do anything with it, and they're like, oh, this is fine. I wonder also how much percent of the people are out there just to buy the shit to resell it on eBay to like make money, Scam shit.
So brother Kyle wants a Baroness. Do you know why he wants the Baroness? Because he wants the bike for his Black Widow.
Okay.
And I said, like, I hope you find one. And if you do find one and you want to be the most hated man on the internet for like a small amount of time, definitely post a picture of the Baroness that everybody and their mother was looking for, and you have her like laying, but you have to have her in the picture, like kind of laying off to the side, like just not pose, just laying there,
like half in and out of the box.
Oh man, he would go. That's like the proverbial, like the wrestling, like when they go heel, Mm-hmm. Kyle was like a likable guy for the longest time, and then all of a sudden, he's the bad guy.
Do you know what's happening with all that, by the way?
With what?
I'm sure like a lot of people listening don't really know exactly what's happening with all that stuff.
Which stuff are you referring to?
With the reason why like Target and Walmart are like all like out of stock.
I have a little bit of an understanding, but I have a feeling that you probably have more of an understanding. So go shoot.
So here's that. If you want to look at that one, explain. It's hefty.
You shouldn't have brought this, man.
Yeah, I should have. You're on the fence, so now that basically knocks you off the fence on the one side.
Yeah, but it could happen the same way, like the number 4.
Nah, these are really well done. By the way, we're talking about the Kang's Toys Land Bowl. I just gave the mic to take a look at because he's on the fence about buying it or not. Absolutely buy it. Even if you don't want a combined mode, you can keep them in individual modes.
I'd be Yeah, so far looking at these two, and I don't know what the combine mode is going to look like, but like I'd have a hard time taking these this one looks better than he looks good in robot mode, but this thing looks awesome.
Yeah, big difference.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, so back to the whole reason why Target, Walmart, and stuff like that are like, you know, out of stock all the time, or why you guys can't get your action figures, you know, pre-ordered because, you know, the bots. And it's not just a bot that somebody's running randomly. So what happened was a while ago, there's this, you know, there's like these groups of people that collect sneakers, you know, out there, just like everyone collects action figures and Transformers and stuff like that. But, you know, they're way more expensive half the time. So when they would release certain brands of sneakers and stuff, the people made these bots, and it's not just one person. It's basically groups of people, and they basically get them right off of retail so that nobody can buy them, and then they turn around, they sell them on eBay or whatever, or at shows for more expensive, you know, scalping them. So that led over into the Nintendo Switch when that came out. So when the Nintendo Switch came out, there was a lot of bots that were out there grabbing all those because they weren't available, and you know, people could turn around and sell them on eBay. And like I said, these are groups mostly. Turn around and sell them on eBay for like inflated prices, and I think people were paying like $1,000 for a Switch at one point or something during the holiday season. Maybe when did the Switch come out? Like was it Black Friday?
I don't know.
November maybe. Something like that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have one. So it could have been.
No, it was November.
Yeah, November. So
I'm sure.
So people around Christmas were going nuts because they wanted them for their kids or whatever. So they were, you know, paying Tickle Me Elmo prices or Cabbage Patch Doll prices back, you know, whatever the current wave was for the season. So once they got into that, they started getting into Funko Pops, and they would start doing this with Funko Pops. And there was a very big pop collecting community out there. I mean, just ask John, you know. So, but then they kind of got the taste for collectibles in that whole market. So now, since Walmart and Target are pretty much really easy to exploit their websites and grab as many as you can, and basically what the bot does is you're already signed in, and it uses an API, which is a part of the website that programmers use for, you know, like accessing data and stuff. It uses an API that basically just checks you out like in a second. You know, you're not even clicking anything. You're not going through the steps. You're not doing it manually. It just basically knows what you want. You have it in your cart, and you're checked out, and it's done within like a second. And then they have all these multiple accounts that people have set up so that there is no, oh, you can only get 2 or you can only get 3 of them at a time or whatever. They have 1,000 of accounts that they can just turn around and add to whatever, you know, whatever it is. So that's the reason why Target sucks and Walmart sucks now with like ordering collectibles and stuff. So until, you know, those sites actually do something about it, and NECA too.
I heard a lot of people bitching about NECA.
Yeah. I got Token Razor, and that was pretty good. But then when it came to Super Shredder, he was like gone in a second or two. Huh. So, yeah, man, it sucks. So until they fix their websites, it's going to keep happening. Like you said, Levy, until they put a patch in or some type of, you know, thing where you're not able to use that API.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the story, man. Are you all done with your shout outs in the halls, Mike, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Levy, do you want to finish up?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I got my haul here.
Yeah.
So I got the Storm Collectibles Lobo and Doomsday. The G.I. Joe First Wave, minus the retail Snake Eyes. Just recently got the Marvel Legends Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy, Peter Parker, and Electro from the Spider-Man Retro Wave.
Yeah, the Brother Kyle action figure.
I got the Non-F Studios upgrade for the Earthrise Optimus Prime, which adds pieces to fill out the bottom of the trailer and little control panels in the trailer. Gives you a roller.
Right.
Know, so, and then I also got the Toy Hacks label set for the Earthrise Optimus Prime.
How much are those going for nowadays?
The one for Optimus, I can't remember how much it was. Was it like
$10-$20?
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that.
No, it wasn't 20, I don't think.
I hate those things so much, man.
What?
The Toy Hacks labels. I mean, they're awesome and stuff for people, but I hate putting labels on. I bought one for Rumble, Mike, and then I bought one for Ravage and Laserbeak and stuff. And I just put the one on Laserbeak, and that was it. And then the other ones are sitting right there in my drawer.
Yeah.
Untouched. Sorry, Nate.
And I also got the Mafex Hush Batman. So
happy with that. Lewis was pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, it's a lot of cape. The figure has a lot of cape. I mean, you could say too much cape.
Too much cape.
But no, it's big and
the old cape trick.
Yeah,
comes full circle.
Yeah,
it does.
No, it's big. So a big cape. But no, it's a great figure. I mean, they actually got the head sculpts to look like Jim Lee.
Oh, cool.
Artwork, especially the Bruce Wayne head. It looks just like a Jim Lee drawing, just in a little 3D little head.
Is that what they call that?
Go on, Levy.
So, no, yeah, it's a good figure. I'm really eager for my Superman to come in September.
Cool.
So, yeah. So that's it for my hauls, I think. So,
did you have any other shout-outs?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Brother Kyle because he picked up the Earthrise Decepticlones. So, thank you, Brother Kyle.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you were that heavy into the main line lately.
Oh, I think these are great.
Really?
Yeah. The Earthrise Optimus Prime is really good.
He's a lot shorter than what I thought it would be.
Yeah. He's all right.
That's probably because I'm just basically looking at MPs all the time, and I haven't bought any mainline stuff except for Jetfire, and he was huge.
It's the transformation is surprisingly complex.
Was it like 26 steps or whatever they say?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. But
they usually advertise it right on the box.
26 steps. Oh, I didn't look at that.
He got home, he looks in the box, it's like 87 steps.
Oh.
I guess if you collected Gundam, you made sure to look at that stuff before you buy it. What do you mean it doesn't snap together? Do you keep all those boxes too? Like from the mainline stuff?
What? No. I pretty much.
That's all, folks.
Yeah, no, I throw them away.
You throw all your boxes away? Fans toys?
No, I'm going to be in the process of doing that though. Once the basement's finished, because we're actually getting it done. So
good,
yay! So once that's done and everything, I'm going to be taking inventory of everything as I put it out on display and
nice
and whatnot. So,
what's the first thing you're going to do? Hang Mike's art, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got a free pass for all this time because I know that he ain't got anything set up. But at some point you're going to get that room done, Levy. At some point you got to get that room done, and then, then you're going to have to come up with some new bullshit excuse for not having that shit hanging.
Like the cat ate his wire.
The cat ate the wall. The cat ate the wall. And then I go over and that's actually true.
Well, that's like Alan when his dog ate the wallpaper off the side of his wall.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Is that it, man? Any more shout-outs or anything?
I think that's it.
All right, my turn.
Hope I didn't forget anybody.
My turn.
What you got, Jed?
Well, I had a shitty ass month, so I had to buy a whole bunch of stuff. So I got my hard drive crashed, so I had to get a new hard drive. Luckily, most of my stuff got backed up, so that was good. Actually, all my stuff got backed up. It's just I was stupid, and I have like a cron job set to go at night, at 11 o'clock every night to back all my shit up. So when I was restoring all my stuff, I forgot that I had that job running, so it backed up the new stuff that I had restored that wasn't the old stuff, restored completely. So it wiped out my drive that I was backing up from with the new stuff that didn't exist onto the old one. Did you get all that, Levy?
Yeah.
Basically, I was backing stuff up from the drive and decided that I wanted to copy over top of it while I was still restoring.
Like in the Marvel Universe, he would have been getting memories from the future that didn't exist and would have thrown a whole fucking space-time continuum off. And
I thought that was DC.
Luckily, I had the Quantum Realm, so that helped out. Anyway, so I had to get a new hard drive. And then you had
to do all that shit over again.
Then my dishwasher went the same week, so I had to get a new dishwasher. And then a couple days later, my water heater leaked, so I had to get a new water heater on top of it. So, would you believe that Home Depot wants $1,000 to install your water heater?
Fuck.
$1,000. I was like, fuck you, I'll do it myself. So now I got a handy dandy cool app on my phone for my water heater, and I can check to see what the temperature is anywhere I am in the world. Lately, I've been going to my wife and be like, what? Why is there so much hot water being used at 9 o'clock in the morning every day? I don't know. I don't use the water. Yeah, okay, let's cut it down there a little bit. No, it's cool because I got one of those new hybrid ones. If Jefferson was here, he'd appreciate this, but it basically works like a heat pump, right? So it was expensive. It was like $1,300, but I got a $400 rebate from PP&L, and then I'm getting a $300 rebate from the federal government. So it basically was a $600 water heater anyway. So plus got all the cool stuff with it, and it only is supposed to use $100 in electric for the whole year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So got all that. I got all the Marvel Legends stuff too, Levy. I got Spider-Man stuff. Got 2 Gwen Stacy's and, Electro, Green Goblin, Spider-Man, all that stuff.
Oh, you got two of Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, because I'll probably turn one into Mary Jane, because I'm fucking stupid like that. So they got me with that
just
shit.
happen to have the same fashion sense.
Yeah, right. What was I going to say? I got the Joes, G.I. Joes and stuff.
Yeah.
And my shout-outs, of course, shout out to everybody who's listening. Thank you for staying with us, especially on this episode this long. But thanks for sticking with us, especially all you guys. Big super shout-out to you guys who actually went back and started listening from episode 1 all the way up to now, and they're all caught up.
Happy birthday, Jed.
Happy birthday.
So I was thinking, the virus saved me from ever buying you a day pass at Yestercades. And I'm like, man, we never fucking did anything for this dude's birthday.
Oh.
So happy birthday.
Oh, well, thanks, man. Appreciate it. That's cool. I have no idea where we are anymore with credit on who owes what and what balances what out anymore. You give me Brawny. I know the what's left. There's Beachcomber, right?
Oh, you're in on the Beachcomber?
Yeah.
Oh,
Extra
all right.
Transpots, right?
Oh,
Yeah. It's funny because I'm buying your old DX9 Astro Train off of Brother Kyle that Brother Kyle bought off of you.
I was telling Brother Kyle, I'm like, dude, I think Jed just wants to have the oddest, the weirdest masterpiece collection, because it's just not how people usually operate.
I keep it, and I like Fans Toy stuff. I have the Hound, I have their Dinobots, I have a whole bunch of shit from them. But lately, the whole G1 cartoon thing, especially Astro Train and Brawn, they just look so plain. Some of the Aerial Bots too, they just look plain and boring. And I like stylized stuff. The best example I could give you is Warbotron. I love that thing. It might not be in scale, but I have them in scale with my Legends. I have them, posed with my Legends. So.
Well, you like cross dimensions. You're into that shit.
Yeah, I really like the whole stylized look to it. So that's what the kind of stuff I'm into. I like that Brawn. That's why I like this Astro Train. That's so. And
that doesn't bother me at all, man. I don't even feel like
the Kang's toy stuff.
Not that it will bother me on its own, but even with a figure that was a little plainer from sometimes people say they look at the collection and it just doesn't look cohesive or it doesn't look whatever it fits in. I'm just I'm I don't know, man. I got some pretty cartoon accurate shit up there standing with some pretty stylized shit, and it doesn't bother the scale really is what I like when they look height wise look good together and shit, but the stylized stuff I think is cool. Yeah. Are you still feel shitty about all the what's it called, tempo paint, all the work? I didn't check it out long enough. I was, as soon as I picked it up, the first thing, you don't give a shit about the fucking stickers, I wanted to paw it up a little bit. Stickers are actually painted or tampos, but that would be something I wouldn't, if after I took a longer look at it and stuff. But the thing that I really liked about it is that the orange is painted. Is it? But it doesn't look painted. It's it looks plastic, but it's real flat. When you look a little close to it, you can see that it's definitely painted. Yeah. So. Yeah, they're cool, man. I don't know that you got me just by bringing those two over. I think it's still something I want to kind of play the long game on a little bit, and hope I don't get burnt out of ever being able to get them. But if they're connected to Toy World, I just got to keep banking on that we're going to see 18 versions of it. Just open the box, you can see the packaging looks just like a Toy World. Does packaging. It? Yeah. I'll check it out. Yeah, I believe it. I think you should get them. I probably will get them one day. If you got a Scorponok, I think you should get those. I just don't want to.
I'm tired of getting burnt by the third member or the fourth member of a combiner team. You know,
well,
fuck that
the third
shit.
member is going to be Dive Bomb, and he looks insane.
He does look cool.
So I don't think it's going to be number 3 for this set.
The only time I can go totally in on something is if I know like Zeta. Like Zeta, I knew was going to make an awesome combiner because they were the people that designed the constructor. So I knew they were going to make a good one and shit. So like when the Bruticus guys, which is probably a bad example because he wasn't the greatest combiner, but the aerial bots, the Superion was pretty good. But when you see all those designs, especially the Combaticons, you're like, well, that's not what I'm getting it for. I'm getting it for this combine mode. So as long as the combine mode is killer,
yeah,
I'm good with getting it. Like those dudes, I'm not sure. They look so cool as robots and shit, but they might be a badass Predaking too. So I just want to make sure on the off chance that I want to keep him in individual mode that there's just not a dud somewhere along the lines, man. I'm a little gun shy about that shit.
Yeah.
But Toy World makes like, dude, the Constructicons were ahead of its time, I think. Probably still one of the best combiners, if not the best, if you're talking about that scale.
What was the name of that called?
Constructor? Yeah.
So I was giving the shout outs to everybody. So shout out to Slade, guy hooked me up with Roadblock.
Yeah.
He's really cool. I know that he was going through some he wasn't feeling well, going through some stuff, but he got everything boxed and like shipped out anyway and stuff. So
if you saw him, you'd probably recognize him because he was at the last TFCon.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize if I don't know who he is.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you were hanging out with him, but I'm just saying you probably crossed paths.
Okay. And the other shout I want to give to was Steph from Vistaprint, right? So I've just mentioned that my hard drive crashed and I lost my art. So I lost my original files and stuff.
Oh, they got your PDFs?
So everything that I uploaded to Vistaprint, I still have the high resolution, formats up there.
That's clutch, dude.
So I went up there and I went to the site and I was like, no place to download them. Nowhere. So I had to hit support. And then, so she hooked me up with like a link and then I was able to download all my designs, original designs and stuff like that. And they didn't have to do that. I mean, they were like they're like, we don't usually normally do that, but since your hard drive crashed, we feel kind of bad for you. So.
I'm pretty sure they shut me down one time trying to do that same thing, but it wasn't for a lot of them. It was only for it was like one thing I needed. Yeah. But I could see in a situation like, I'm glad they did it, man. That's fucking, man, when you start realizing that you lost that much shit, man, you start sweating, thinking about how much time you put in all of it.
Well, I mean, I lost my original files. These are like the end, like the
you don't have like export. Layers and shit.
Yeah, I don't have the layer files or my blend files anymore or anything like that.
It's better than nothing.
Exactly. So it's not like I can go back and tweak anything anymore. But yeah, it is what it is. But at least I got that back. So I made sure I have like a backup, a second backup, and a tertiary backup of everything now, so I don't ever lose it.
Vista, where sometimes the customer service is a little frustrating, a little hair on the frustrating, like especially if you do it in the chat. But if you call up, they're usually pretty good, and they're awesome about like replacing like faulty stuff without even. But like, there's been times where shit's been messed up, and I'm like, I got pictures here I could send you, and they're like, no, it's not.
Yeah, I got prints like a couple of my prints came out ripped, like they were just
corners are bent up and
there
shit.
There was an ink mistake in the one part. You could see like the discoloration in the one part, and they sent me all new runs of like everything,
and probably didn't even ask you to see the old ones. Nope. They're
just what runs were bad, and they sent me a whole new run of everything.
In that department I would never have any kind of complaint ever about them. That's for sure.
Their support is awesome. So that's all the shout outs I wanted to give everybody, and that's it. You guys want to move on to the nerd news?
Or let's do it.
Take a break.
No, nerd news is fine.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah,
you're good. Okay.
I think you made it. Lev, you did good today.
What?
You did good today. Because I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw the, the cap or whatever, I'm like, oh man, I don't know. But you made it.
Moving right along to the news train.
Did you play Ghost of Tsushima?
No, I didn't buy it. I didn't get it. I haven't bought The Last of Us 2 either because I'm waiting for you to tell me why you haven't continued playing it.
No, actually, I've been playing it. Oh, I took a little bit of a break from it.
Yeah.
But I just started playing it again this week.
Okay. I'm going to wait for you to finish it. Then I'm going to see if I should buy it or not. Wait for the Levy review.
Before we go on, I remembered like an hour ago that I said I had a special guest
that
I wanted to bring on.
Yes.
So it was actually a voicemail.
Oh, okay.
So I got this from Tattoo Lee 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago on Friday.
Hey, Mike, Jed, Levy, it's Lee. I'm driving on my way home, just finished work, and I was just listening to your guys' podcast, and I'm pretty sure that I think it's tonight you're doing episode 100. Just wanted to say, like, congratulations, well done. It's a great milestone that you've reached. Proud of you, listen to you all the time. Don't get to listen to the whole show all the way through in my normal travels to work, because my journeys have changed from an hour commute to like a 5-minute commute, so it takes me a lot longer to get through these episodes. Hope you have a good night and don't get too drunk. And yeah, if I fucked up the dates, then just save this for next week. Right, have a good one. Take care. Love you.
Shout out to Tattoo Lee, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
Awesome. Thanks, Tattoo. I'll stick that in there. I'll re-edit around. I'll cut and paste everything.
Yeah. make us
Fix it in post.
You know, if I got...
I love when a guy to rip a monster dev and he's the one that's just fixing it. Oh, more irony here on the Blackout and Shout show.
Make me sound awake. I'm gonna auto-tune you, Levy. Yeah, I know how some shout-outs. Anyway, nerd news. Did you hear that Regis Philbin died?
Yes.
No, I didn't. When did this happen?
Last month, I think, actually.
You're shitting.
In July sometime, I think.
What?
No, it was just like, no, it was, was it July?
To the internet.
To the internet, yeah. I just realized I could
I think
pull.
it's the end of July he died.
Oh.
I do not believe it was in August. I do not believe it was the past 2 weeks.
You said July 24th.
July 24th.
Yeah.
Last month, like I said.
Yeah.
So he was on live with Regis and Kathy Lee. Wants to be a millionaire. He died of a heart attack.
How old did you say he was?
88.
88.
Yeah.
That's a good ride, though, too.
Yeah. This is one that's probably not well known, but I wanted to make sure I made a point of everyone being able to like hear this. There's a guy, his name was Russell A. Kirsch. He was 91 years old. He was an American computer scientist. He had died from complications from Alzheimer's, but the thing that's most important about him is that he invented the Pixel, and he also invented the image scanner. So if you imagine if we didn't have someone who invented that technology from things, this was like back in the 1950s that he invented this too, by the way.
Yeah.
They used the technology for the Apollo moon landing. They used it for oscilloscopes. They used it for CAT scanners. We use it for our raster graphics and everything, for printing and all that stuff today. All of our image scanning and all that stuff. We would not have half the technology that we have available today if it wasn't for this dude to find and invent like the whole scanning of like digital stuff.
It's a good thing that Thomas Edison didn't come along and fuck everything up for him.
You know, I watched that Current Wars.
Yeah.
And it was actually very enlightening because about like the roles that like I didn't know Westinghouse had this huge role. It was more like him versus Edison than it was Tesla.
Yeah.
So
Tesla was like
Tesla's like the X-Men when the Avengers were fighting the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
They were just like on the sidelines, you know, dipping in and out of the teams and stuff.
The one thing that it was funny that I didn't mention when we were talking about the trailer was how they were mixing like modern shit.
Oh, that's the new movie. I watched the older one.
Okay. You were watching
with the dude that played Beast from the X-Men. He played Tesla and Benedict Cumberbatch and
Nicholas Hoult.
What?
Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult, yeah, and the guy that plays Zod. What was his name?
Zod? Not Terrence Stamp.
No, it was not Terrence Stamp. Kneel before Westinghouse.
Michael Shannon.
Yes, that's it.
He got it just as I pulled it up, but I was on it, Jed.
Anyway, so
Michael Shannon.
Tesla actually worked for Edison at one point and then quit and then tried to start his own business up, and then he got screwed over because he sold his patents and shit to people. And then Westinghouse bought his idea for like this whole AC generator and stuff. And and made him like rich, but he wasn't very good with money and stuff, and then that's why he lost all this shit at the end. Anyway, it was a good movie. You know, it was you know, it wasn't boring or anything like that. It was just really interesting. There was like no action in it or anything, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like fucking they were, you know.
He's back.
Yeah. They were attacking each other with fucking swords.
Let off some steam, Edison.
There could be only one, the inventor. So anyway, Russell Kirsch, he invented the pixel. He also invented the scanner. So the first image ever scanned was a picture of his 3-month-old son. Is that interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So
that person is hopefully still around today.
Did you hear that John Saxon died?
Yeah, that sucked.
You know who John Saxon is? Hit the internet machine, Mike. Refresh your memory.
He played the one guy in Enter the Dragon.
What's his name?
He was in Enter the Dragon. He was
John Saxon. He also played the dad on Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
But he was in Enter the Dragon, so he knew how to kick ass too.
Right. There he is.
Wasn't he like more like the Johnny Cage of like the Enter the Dragon?
Kinda.
He was like the wannabe like businessman or actor.
Kinda, but he wasn't. It's like he wasn't serious, and it'd be kind of like if you took
Welcome back, Levy.
Oh man.
What time is it?
Yeah. So
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, look at this.
Do we have a guest star?
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us from this 100th episode, Jefferson.
Hey, I can't really yell too loud. I'm outside. Hey. You know, it's almost.
Jefferson is literally outside the window. Guest starring on the show. Anyway, back to the show. Special guest star Jefferson. Yeah. Well, use Mike's mic.
Yeah, I mean, we're supposed to know each other.
Yeah.
This is the social distancing of Jefferson. Look at a wave. This is the first real congratulations from on number 100. First of all, right? Congratulations. I'm glad glad you made it this far. And secondly, I guess this is the first actual podcast like where you're all together out of COVID. Is that's
true?
True. Yeah. Wow. Everybody looks good and healthy.
Yep.
I don't see the camera, so we're not recording it. So you know.
Remember when we recorded 50 upstairs and we're sweating our ass off?
Now it's 100 downstairs and you're almost sweating, but not really because it's nice out. 3 days ago it would have been murder. Not air conditioning. That's right. He turned the air conditioning on, and last year it was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Unicron I paid for last year.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't last year. That was the year before that.
Unicron?
No, episode 50.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because that would have been what? 26.
Unicron.
Oh, there we go. We're gonna try doing that. It would have been 2 years because that would have been like 50 weeks ago.
Yeah.
26 weeks ago.
Yeah, right, Levy?
Yeah.
Did you do a dev? Levistator on the Devastator.
Levistator Part 2, the sequel.
Devastator Part 2. How far into this podcast are we, guys?
Hour and 45 minutes.
He's looking pretty good over there. Look at that.
We got another 4 hours to go.
Oh, fuck.
We haven't talked in a while. I'm trying to think if we have anything new.
Are you talking to our
Oh,
audience?
I do have a haul. I have a huge haul.
Ooh.
I've spent a lot of money on a haul. I bought a camper.
What?
Yeah.
Does it transform?
No. No, I guess that was a waste of $30,000, I guess, right? Like that was,
No, that's cool.
I guess. I could have wasted on Transformers.
How often are you going to go camping?
I mean, I've gone like 6 or 7 times already.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Is
for a
it
weekend.
is it a trailer or is it like an
Yeah.
actual?
No, it's a trailer.
It's a trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his new truck that you can pull it with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I didn't get the new truck yet. We're still.
Oh. I thought you got a new truck.
No, well, we got the Tahoe last year.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't going to buy a truck this year.
That is your new. That is your. Oh, that's last year. I thought that was still your new truck.
Oh, the old lady we're talking about trading in already.
Oh.
Because the new one just came in. Never mind. So I was going to get a truck, but now I got to buy a van because my employee. So, wow, probably the last time we had a podcast in person, I was just like, bought the business. But one of my employees drove into the fucking floodwaters the other day. And how do you think that went with fucking water up over the fucking dashboard?
Oh, Jesus.
Did you get all your vans equipped with the exhaust going up over the side now?
No, I thought, I said I should get him a snorkel. So now I got to buy a new fucking van.
Oh my God.
Insurance is covering a third of it.
How much does insurance cover for stupidity?
I'm glad they're giving me what they're giving me.
Man, I can't.
And the kid's kind of like my nephew, so can't really fire him.
Oh, it's one of those deals, huh?
What were you thinking?
I don't know. Everybody was going through it. It's like everyone's passing around the fucking joint. We're all going to smoke it.
It's like I'm sitting up higher in the van, so
like even during COVID,
okay.
fucking, we'll pass the around. Yeah, right. But we're not. It's a small van. It's one of them little Ford fucking Transit. It's like a Ford Focus on fucking steroids.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
Did brother Kyle get in touch with you?
Yeah, I told him fucking we'll work for Devs.
He was looking for you for your number and stuff in your business, and I was like, I know. I
can't
can't
on the book. You just hit me up on the book.
Can't remember. Yeah, you weren't answering. Neither was Mike.
I didn't answer, but I didn't get
so he went to the third party to see if I could find information for him.
Some of us work all day. Like some of us are trying to fucking. I'm sitting underneath a fucking washing machine putting a fucking transmission in. It's like, man, he didn't get back to me in an hour. He's listening, so it's cool.
Chetty does that to me sometimes. He'll send me some short video of some girl like taking a shit on another one, and then bugging me, like asking me if I saw it yet. And it's like, yeah, because I had nothing fucking better to do than watch stupid ass videos.
Seriously,
girl shooting fucking cue balls at her, and then he's tagging me. Like race car shoes.
Oh, they're awesome. They're not race car shoes. They're Corvette shoes and Camaro shoes. They're badass Chevy shoes.
And he's tagging me. And it's like, and then he went to go under and Jerky Boys the page. And it's like,
so I go along with it. And,
can you please
see? Look at these shoes. How badass
are you see these fucking shoes?
So here's the Ford one. Like, you're not telling me you want to wear a pair of Ford. If you were a Ford guy,
they're very
looks like a Buffalo Bills shoe.
Yeah, well, they got that.
Yeah, but the key phrase there is if you were a Ford guy. Like, I just don't, but yeah.
Look at the Corvette shoe. Look at that. Look, like Mike would rock that. He loves black shoes.
How much are those going for?
I don't know.
Those are cool.
Don't you have to own a Corvette to have those shoes?
What?
Look, he said that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like,
you guys are all fucking wacky.
They're cool shoes.
That's
they're
like
exactly what you got wearing on, except they say Corvette instead of Nike.
Exactly.
Hey, Mike, that's like someone wearing a shirt that says Porsche on it or Jaguar.
Those guys are definitely douchebags.
That's what I was telling him about his Jaguar shirt. I'm like, who's going to buy a Jaguar shirt unless they have a Jaguar? Apparently a lot of people.
Did a lot of people buy the Jaguar shirt?
Yeah, it's much to Jed's dismay, it's like top 3, top 4 probably.
Why don't you make a Corvette shirt?
Nah, I'm good. No, we'll figure something out.
It's like the Friends episode when Joey's wearing all the the Porsche jacket and everything. So
nobody's gonna buy that shit. The best Jaguar one was when Will said he gave.
Did you come down to my house? You just here.
Yeah.
Walk down to the Mario Kart setup. We've been going strong with Mario Kart through COVID.
Yeah. I thought you guys would resort to like online racing each other.
No.
Well, we didn't race for a while.
Nintendo's online sucks.
There was like a 2 or 3 week span.
No, it was longer than that.
Okay.
It was way longer than that.
You think we went out a whole month?
Yeah, I easily went maybe 2. But then we got the chairs down there in the garage, like spaced,
Mm-hmm.
That matters.
Lice all the controllers.
What was that?
Lice all the controllers.
We use the same. We always use the same controller, so.
Hands with each other.
Bless you.
Let's not get crazy.
You call that? There's a name for that. Herd immunity.
Yeah.
If the whole herd's immune, we're good.
That's us. We're the herd.
Yeah.
So has anyone gotten better at Mario Kart?
It's a lot.
At home
He might
practicing.
have actually gotten worse. The computer may have gotten better because he can barely get to the 200 club anymore. And I was beating German in 2-man kart by 73 points.
Did German get better?
No, German's not. So listen, when German's getting laid, his racing game sucks. Yeah. The only time his racing game is on point is when him and his old lady are fighting.
He like takes out his aggression.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's not the COVID. That's just the death.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's up? You want to get back to the show or what?
Yeah, I thought we were at the show.
Oh,
the
all right.
show.
My bad.
Yeah.
You don't have to go nowhere, Jefferson. You can hang out.
Yeah.
You want me to pull a chair up for you?
Yeah, right.
He's going to stand there and hover.
That's like the nicest way to say "fuck you, Mike."
What?
The office chair is in there, Jefferson. Nah.
Oh, you got you
Sometimes.
We're gonna take this off.
It's a parachute.
Nah, you're good.
All right, so Jefferson's joining us for the rest of the show. See where we John Saxon died. That's right. Meanwhile, COVID Chris over here is fucking hacking up a
He just threw up his lunch a little bit in his mouth.
I just burped.
Oh, that's nasty. Did you hear, Levy? Did you hear that Kamala died? He was an American professional wrestler.
Yeah.
He was 70 years old. His real name was James Arthur Harris.
Mm-hmm.
COVID. Died of COVID.
Really?
70 years old. And this is the saddest news that I heard in a while, too. Did you hear that Wilford Brimley died?
I did.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of Attack on Titan.
I love you're actually like, what? You're like, who? He died?
Diabetes got to him.
Kidney disease, actually. He was 85 years old, American actor. He was in The Thing.
Yeah.
I honestly
The Natural
he
and
was.
Cocoon.
I honestly thought he'd passed away some time ago.
He was a singer as
You
well.
got Mandela.
I think
Mandela
so.
affected.
But it just affected me. What's that? Yeah, I saw that. Condolences, man.
Move on to the trailers.
Yes.
What'd you guys think of The Devil All the Time?
Maybe? He can't remember what it was.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah,
Spider-Man, Batman, Winter Soldier.
yeah.
Mike, what'd you think of The Devil All the Time?
I don't really know. I like Batman Pattinson, but it seems like he's a creepy bastard in this movie. So it's like it's fitting. Like I don't know. It seems like he would be a good creeper. All that being said, I have no idea what the fuck I was watching outside of it being some kind of like. It reminded me of what was that one? You turned us on to that movie. It was
Excalibur?
No. There ain't enough weed on earth to make me think that reminded me of fucking Excalibur. Look at all the similarities. There was people in it.
They talked with funny accents.
They talked with They talked. Was it The Apostle? I think it might have been called The Apostle. Where that dude went to that fucking village or out there in the fucking jungle and there was all that weird shit happening.
The Wicker
That
Man.
narrows it down.
The Wicker Man.
Nah, it wasn't The Wicker Man.
Sure, it wasn't Wicker Man.
That could be literally like 50 movies.
Yeah, about it.
Like the Wicker Man.
Maybe it was The Wicker Man.
Nicolas Cage was in it?
You guys really screwed the pooch from high for one.
Who, Levy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was I don't know. I think anytime.
We did the live the last time like that and it didn't work out well.
Maybe it was The Wicker
I
Man.
just did 2 demos right before I gave up.
I don't think
Did
it,
Nicolas Cage punch a woman?
no.
Well, he was dressed as a bear.
Dresses.
Nicolas Cage wasn't it. I'll come up with a name somewhere down the line on this podcast, but
Midsommar.
it reminded me of that one a little bit too, man.
Midsummer?
To the village in the woods.
I haven't watched that yet. I want to.
It did remind me.
You saw that movie, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's down.
You know which one I'm talking about.
I know what one you're talking
okay.
about. It's down that lane. It feels like it's down that lane.
It's a weird, creepy kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's more to it than just the basic,
That would definitely be one I would check out.
Yeah. Levy?
Hmm.
No.
What?
Remember the trailer at all?
For what?
The Devil All the Time.
Oh, Tom Holland and shit. That's a series, right? No, it's a movie. Which one was the series?
The next one and the other one.
Oh,
This was the only feature
Okay.
film.
this is a movie.
Number 1.
Oh, it is.
Oh, I remember that one now. The Apostle, yeah.
Yeah, you know, okay.
Yeah, I know that. That's the one that was. You saw that one, right?
You have the computer right up there. So
We're taking a step forward a little, you know.
What was I saying?
Nothing. You weren't saying anything. You weren't saying anything.
I mean, that should have been easy to remember.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
The movies. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing it. But
which one?
Only,
which one, Levy?
The one with Spider-Man. Yeah, no, I'm interested in seeing it. So
you just gave it a yeah, no.
Thumbs up, huh?
I haven't seen it, so I can't say.
Thumbs up to the trailer, huh?
Yeah, it's all right.
All right, cool. All right, moving right along. Raised by Wolves, Mike. What do you think about the series?
That's the series.
Wolves? Yes.
Was that the one with the? Yeah, okay, yeah. They were
That was
actually
the sci-fi one.
girl with the short hair. I think she was a ginger, turned into like a monster sometimes during the trailer. That one, right? Like monster-ish.
Again, there could be like 25 movies.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about that movie, that trailer.
Yes.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, it was the one where it was post-apocalyptic.
Yeah,
The
man.
dude from what's it? It wasn't Sons of Anarchy. It was from Vikings. They look the same, so I can.
The guy that looks like Jax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in it.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the fuck I was
She
looking
telling
at.
a story
But
about the three little pigs.
yeah, I know. Right. But I mean, like, it was hard to really take anything out of the trailer.
Jesus Christ!
No, man. Like,
between the two,
like what am I watching here?
I probably get more information out of Jefferson than you guys. And you probably didn't even watch them.
It's just that horror, like these horror movies
I
and
have
shit
something to
sometimes.
say. What? I have something to say then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So the reason I'm at a loss for words is because a lot of times these fucking horror movies kind of like, I don't know, I didn't see anything in there that made me think it was going to be unique. Like, what's going to make this horror movie different from? It's just like you said. Well, that narrows it down to about 25.
Well, it's a
fucking
series.
movies.
It's not a movie.
Right.
It's a sci-fi, not horror. And Ridley Scott is producing.
It had some horror elements in it.
Yeah.
It definitely did. I mean, I get it. It was definitely sci-fi, but it was like,
Yeah.
it
Well,
seemed sci-fi.
like
Aliens. Aliens.
Sci-fi horror.
Aliens is like sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
Sure. I agree.
That's like
Event Horizon.
Yeah.
That was
yeah,
sci-fi horror.
it kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Did it look interesting to you at all?
It looked interesting, but it didn't look interesting in a different way than any of that shit looks interesting. Like, it looks like it could be fun.
Dog need to
I don't
go
know.
out?
See, I thought the trailer was like really weird and creepy.
Huh?
You know.
Oh, it definitely was.
Sci-fi way, like
Dog's
instead of
fine.
like most like Ridley Scott shit that he does. Like if it's, you know that it's gonna be a horror movie, it's like an alien movie.
Right.
This was just like she was trying to teach these kids in this like weird post-apocalyptic way, and she's like a robot, and you know it's kind of weird, creepy thing. And what's Jax doing there? Wait, that's not Jax. It's the guy that was a Viking. You know, that type of thing. So, what did you think of the trailer?
It had a very
I said Dancing with Wolves.
yeah. Dances with Werewolves.
Sorry. Yeah, it was a good movie.
What was the movie on Netflix where it had that robot nanny?
Mother.
Mother, like I Mother or Mother, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I got a real vibe like
I
that.
could agree
from
with
it.
that. Yeah.
So I didn't see Mother. That was just a movie, right?
Yes,
Wasn't a series.
that was a movie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I didn't see that.
Hilary Swank.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably check it out on HBO Max.
Cool.
Because when you have an HBO Now subscription, automatically goes over to HBO Max. What? It's because they changed like a couple months, I don't know, about a month or two ago.
Couple little bit.
Maybe 2 months ago. I don't remember. But no, they went from HBO Now, which is the standalone streaming service, and it became HBO Max. And
Just what you said is like it was a
What does
secret.
that give you?
what?
What does that get? Streaming service?
Well, it's just that it's branded differently, and it's got a lot more content now. Looks like they're siphoning over like DC Universe exclusive stuff. Like the Harley Quinn show is on there.
They have to compete with Netflix.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. No, but I'm saying like you're seeing stuff that's not HBO content on there now, like from stuff that was supposed to be exclusive to another streaming service because they made it. You know what I mean? It's like so from like the DC Universe.
I got the whole DC news in the news section about the layoffs.
So, but yeah, so you can get like DC Universe stuff on HBO Max now, like Harley Quinn and
What's that?
And
Yeah, they axed a whole bunch of stuff.
what's the superhero team that used to have Beast Boy in it? Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol.
Yeah, you can see Doom Patrol on HBO Max now. So Friends is on there.
Well, it's because they're taking everything off their streaming service, the DC streaming service.
Yeah.
Because it's a complete shit.
Yeah.
They put all that. They put that platform together, and it didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't pay off. Unlike Netflix,
I can't help but feel partly responsible.
I am responsible. But no, it's like you have Netflix, of course, that most people are subscribed to, but then you have the Disney Channel. I remember reading about how they reached their numbers, projected annual numbers or whatever, in like 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like way ahead of the curve when it comes to money and profit.
Yeah.
So Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country. That's a horror.
I could tell like
series.
Lovecraftian even.
It is very Lovecraftian. Jordan Peele's involved in that too.
I could tell like 15 seconds in that it was, before they showed his name, it was going to be a Jordan Peele movie, which is
series.
What's that?
Series.
Or series.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see it because I've seen. All right, Levy. Go on, Levy.
No.
So.
Come on, Green Lion.
Come on, Green Lion. Yeah. So I've seen Get Out, and what was the other one? Us. What was the other one? I feel like there was another one.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, but I was talking about the.
I think those were his only 2 movies.
Yeah.
No, there was. Wait, Us was the one with the clones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spoiler.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway, I think
my bad. Sorry, everyone. If I ruined the movie for you.
I've said it before, and
Bruce Willis is also dead. You know, the whole movie.
Jesus. Wow.
Go ahead.
I've said it before. We're saying it again. Like I really like his horror stuff better than his comedy. So, and this thing, the more you watched it, and it was almost like a trailer you had to watch 2 or 3 times to really catch all the little snippets of shit that was going on. But there was like a lot of everything going on. Like they showed like kind of a. Like a I don't want to say like a Game of Thrones style battle scene or whatever for a couple seconds, but it was in the desert, I think, and then there was the monster aspect of it. And then I think I saw some like technology type shit. Like I think I might have even seen a half a second of a scene of somebody coming through a ship's door on a spaceship and shit like that. Like they threw all kinds of weird shit into one trailer, but it somehow made sense. So I'm kind of interested to see where the hell it's going. Like I do, like I like his horror movie stuff.
I like the Cthulhu at the end.
Yeah.
Plus, it's gonna evolve a lot, like racism that happened in the South during that whole time period.
Yeah, one thing that he always does with his trailers and throws into the movies, but I think is kind of a cool touch. He'll take like some kind of song from the era that the movie's happening in, and it's always some kind of it's always pop, something poppy, and he puts it into the trailers, but it sounds like horror. It's like somebody like remakes it like with effects and stuff like that, and makes it sound creepy. You know what I mean? And kind of like makes it work for a horror movie. He did that in the last couple movies too. And it was like, man, it's so fucking. It's just a cool element of some of the shit that he does.
That is cool. I didn't even realize that. Did you guys?
I want to see it.
Yeah, Levy?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
It looks interesting. On with the news. So. Did you hear about the New York Comic Con was officially canceled?
I did.
The Big Apple.
Yes.
And the show is going to go digital for 2020.
Yeah. I mean, I just put it out of my mind already because I figured it was going to.
One thing that was interesting about that during the whole story was that I saw that they were going to do like an American Gods panel.
Really?
Yeah. So I wonder what kind of information they're going to provide there.
I still have to watch season 2 of that.
I just feel like it was dead in the water.
Yeah, me too.
I remember back when New York Comic Con was nowhere near as big as San Diego. Like you were to the point where you could buy tickets the same day.
Yeah.
Because I did once.
Yeah.
Like I actually quite a few years ago. I think it was back in 2011, maybe. I think because that was the year that Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was being promoted. After the it was basically the upgrade to just regular Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Right.
So I just don't remember quite what year it was, but they were at the stage in their promotion where they were revealing characters, and I went to the Marvel Games panel there at New York Comic Con, and one of the games showcased was Marvel vs. Capcom or Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, and they revealed MODOK and Magneto there, so that was pretty cool.
It is cool.
Got to meet Ryota Niitsuma again. He's the director of Ultimate Marvel. I had met him once at Evo.
Cool.
So it was cool to see him there. Actually, I think it was just that summer that I had met him at Evo, and then he came out. And that's actually because I recognized him when he came out, because a couple guys were asking, I hope they have some Marvel vs. Capcom news, and I saw Niitsuma come out on stage. I'm like, oh yeah, that's that's him. He's the director of the game, so we're gonna see some Ultimate Marvel news. So
cool. Didn't you go to the NJCC or NYCC?
I did.
How many years ago was that? Was that 4 years ago?
It was right around 4 years ago, maybe 5. Yeah, right around 4. Yeah. Yeah. It was a good time. We went up for just, I think, one day. I think it was the Saturday, or was it the Friday? It might have been the Friday. And it was so immense, man. It was like, you just couldn't spend a day there. Like, that's definitely an event if you go to, you just want to go all out, get the whole, get the 3-day pass or 4-day pass or whatever it is, and get a hotel room and just go nuts, because like it was just too much. We basically walked the whole thing and didn't really stop to really look at a ton, and it took us from morning to night until it closed to actually just kind of walk through it. And we only really pulled over if we saw something that really interested the shit out of us.
Yeah,
but they're gonna have everything online, digital. It seemed to work okay for SDCC. So did you guys hear that the world's final Blockbuster video store is becoming an Airbnb this September for $4 a night?
Wow.
So to pay back like the community or whatever, the county that Blockbuster's in,
yeah,
the people that own it are going to have like a thing set up where you can have the whole store to yourself. In the middle of the store, they've set up like a couch that pulls out into a bed with a big screen TV and everything. And you can like watch all the movies and all that stuff. And you can get and they're paying for like pizza and Pepsi and popcorn and stuff.
Yeah.
You only have to pay $4 a night.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was kind of interesting. Did you hear about the whole DC Comics thing? So DC Comics, they laid off a whole bunch of higher ups.
Yeah.
At least 100 people or so. They're axing a lot of the media section of it, because like the DC Universe stuff, the streaming part of it, they're moving all that, like you said earlier, Levy, to HBO. But the DC Comics chief creative officer Jim Lee has been eyed to oversee the entire brand and its future growth. So
interesting.
Yes.
Jim Lee, like the Jim Lee?
Jim Lee, yeah.
He's been editor-in-chief there at DC for a number of years now.
And he's been also like a creative, whatever title you want to call that, creative commissioner.
Director?
Something like that. Is it creative director? I think something like that. But yeah, he's going to be the chief creative officer now. So for everything.
Good for him. I remember back when he was drawing Punisher. Well, no, seriously. I mean, he started out as an artist, and now he's going to be like the top guy at DC.
I miss him as an artist.
Yeah. That's why I've been going back and reading all the old stuff like Hush, Superman for Tomorrow, even the New 52 stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a big shakeup with that. A lot of people thought that DC was actually going to shutter their doors and stuff, but it's not. They're going to be moving a lot of stuff because they lost their whole like action figure division is closing up and stuff, because I know like a lot of the licensing went to McFarlane to waste.
Yep.
Which, on a side note,
I heard that talk.
Did you guys watch the McFarlane documentary on the Sci-Fi?
No, but you did.
I sent a link. Yeah.
He looks very sullen.
You said it was really good.
Yeah, it is really good. It's on YouTube for free, so you can watch it. It's like 45 minutes. So this one I put in there for you, Levy. Vader Immortal is going to be on PS4's VR.
Yay!
On August 25th.
Yay!
I think it's going to be $29.99. I think for the whole series. I played the whole series. It's really good. It's definitely worth it. Did you hear that there's going to be a big screen reboot of Knight Rider is in the works from Spyglass Media and James Wan?
I already know that they're going to be making a modern reinterpretation.
Well, of course.
So I was just thinking, like, how much better would it be if they just set it in 1983 for the 1982 Pontiac Trans Am?
And David Hasselhoff, or
no? You can recast. There's only one rule that you cannot recast. Is that 82 Pontiac Trans Am T-top as the fucking car.
Right.
You can't do it.
He's timeless.
If you're going to have a movie with Knight Rider, there's not going to be none of this freaking Mustang or or Ford F-150 bullshit and like transforming in between the two.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be none of that. Ain't gonna be none of this Team Knight Rider. All right. If you're going to be doing a Knight Rider anything, the car needs to be a 1982 Pontiac T-Top Firebird.
I agree.
And the only way that makes sense is if it's set in 1983. Because if you do that now, it's just going to look ridiculous. I mean, it's like, people can be like, where did he get a 1982 Pontiac Trans Am?
That's just the guy
T-top.
past his prime, you know?
Yeah, right? Maybe they should hire Dave Hasselhoff. and Anthony.
That just became a depressing story, you know? It went downhill quick.
Was he like going through the drive-thru for cheeseburgers?
It's like the beginning of Logan.
Can I take your order, please?
Music keeps going.
I like to go large. Michael, you have to watch your cholesterol. Shut up, kid. Go into silent mode. Splinter Cell is going to have an animated series. Is in the works at Netflix from John Wick writer Derek Kolstad.
Okay, that's cool and all. But unpopular opinion, I didn't really like John Wick 3.
What?
Yeah.
Did you see John Wick 3, Mike?
I did not.
What?
I don't know. The characters to me were just utterly ridiculous. Like but it's just like the first movie. I think was a bit more grounded because, like in the third movie, everyone was just so up their own fucking ass with how self-important they were. Mm-hmm. Like every single character. It's great when you have that with the primary antagonist, maybe a protagonist. Okay, but when it's every fucking person they come across.
It's like an assassin.
It's just ridiculous. Well, not just that, but just like they're just so pretentious and like I said, they just got their heads up their own ass, fucking with their own stuffed with their own self-importance, and it's just like when you have every character like that, it's just like the fuck.
So you didn't like it then?
No, I didn't like John Wick 3, man. I mean, the action scenes were cool again, but you know what? They've already proven that they can do kick-ass action scenes. What I want is, like, realistic fucking characters. Maybe you can work on that next, guys. Just saying. Even John Wick, having to fucking meet this secret society dude in the desert and everything like that, and he has to cut his own finger off, and, spoiler alert for anyone that didn't see it, but sorry. Don't bother because it's a shit movie. But, yeah, like, everyone's just so full of themselves. Just it's
too much Matrix, more John Wick, right?
Not even so. Well, yeah, okay, kind of Matrix. Yeah. But just like like I said, just make the characters realistic.
Well, it is a movie. So
I get it, but you can still write good. You can still write good characters. True. These characters just seem very one note. One note.
Kill. Yeah.
Just one note.
In other news, there was a big whole thing went on with Epic and Google and Apple, and that's the other video that we watched, Mike, with the 1984 parody.
Was Google part of that?
Yeah, Google, Apple, and Epic.
No, or Epic Games.
Nope, Google, Apple, and Epic. So what they did was they and correct me if I'm wrong, Levy. So what happened was Apple and Google take basically 30% of like their profit for like because of the whole like online platform and stuff.
Right.
And that's super killer. So Spotify said that was bullshit before, and now Epic Games is like, well, fuck you. We're just going to start offering this stuff on the side. And they called it something like, like Fortnite bucks or V-Bucks or something like that. And so Apple and Google were like, no, you guys basically broke the policy. So now we're going to basically...
I thought it was just Apple doing that.
No, it's Google. Google too. Look it up. Anyway,
I did. I don't remember Google being anything about that. I thought it was just the Apple because it violated their terms of service.
Internet way back.
I'm not trying to
putting Apple, Google, and Epic, and then it'll basically bring up a news article about it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say you're wrong.
What are you trying to say?
But you're wrong though. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just saying. I remember watching this, and I don't remember Google being involved with it.
In the header, dude, on Forbes.
Well, that wasn't there before. Because it just said Fortnite banned from Apple apps before.
That's right. Fortnite stands its ground against Apple and Google.
Didn't say Google before. I'm saying, and it was just Apple. I'm just saying.
Anyway, so they decided to
ban. They decided.
I ain't not wrong. Right.
But you wrong, though.
I am not wrong. Anyway, so they banned the app on stuff like that on the platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So Epic turned around and basically had this whole lawsuit ready to roll. And then they had this whole video, that they showed.
This is like a very Machiavellian move by Epic because Microsoft just recently had issues with, actually, it's still ongoing, but basically Microsoft Xbox Game Pass will not be offered, or is it the cloud gaming aspect of it, will not be offered on Apple devices because it violates their terms of service.
Where were we with the whole thing? Oh, anyway, so they have this whole lawsuit now against Google and Apple, and
I knew it was Apple.
Yeah, and Google. So moving right along. Speaking about Splinter Cell, there was a mysterious kind of post, I think about a week ago too, where they had like a little mini teaser that they might actually be bringing G4 TV back.
I heard about that. I didn't see anything on it, but.
A lot of people.
I heard that Olivia Munn is in talks to go back.
A lot of people are clamoring that said it wouldn't be the same if they didn't have Adam Sessler, Olivia Munn, and
Joe Pereira,
all those other guys. Yeah,
or Dan Pereira. Yeah, Dan Pereira, I think.
Then you have the crowd that
Morgan
making tech TV again and all that stuff. So I guess we'll find out. This would be kind of cool.
See if they bring back Allison Hayslip for the no, or not the no. The I can't whatever that. Never mind.
So, over the past couple of weeks, I've been watching. I've never watched a Mission Impossible movie in my life.
Not even the first one?
Really?
Not even the first one.
Wow.
All the way back from the 90s and stuff, yeah.
First one was real good.
So, I watched them all. I watched all 6 of them. Mm-hmm. And it was just funny going back to the first one. They had, Netscape 1.0, and they're sending email, and it's, fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But it actually keeps getting better and better and better every movie.
Oh, yeah?
I by the time I watched the 6th one, it was awesome. Did you guys watch any of those?
I haven't watched anything.
I watched the first one.
The third one on up is when it gets really, really good.
Really?
Yeah. And
that's usually unheard of.
No, it's every movie just got getting better and better.
So does he use an explosion as a means of travel in the other sequels? Because I remember in the first 2 he did. I remember there was one where he was running on a bridge.
Oh, the John Woo one. That was probably the worst one out of all of them.
Well, no, it was actually in the first one. In the second one, in the first one, he was on the helicopter or whatever and jumped to get on the missile or whatever, or the train or whatever it was. I don't know. And the thing exploded and it propelled him forward. And he grabbed onto it. I'm like, oh my God.
That was the most hokiest shit.
That was the first movie. Yeah. And in the second movie, there was another time that he did that where he used an explosion happened behind him and it propelled him forward to success.
Now, the only thing that happened like that was I think it was the third one was when the rocket hit the car and he got knocked into the side of the car. But yeah, Tom Cruise is crazy, man.
Yeah, that was that was him doing that stunt.
He learned how to fly a helicopter for the last one. So he was doing all those bank runs through the canyons and shit in a copter.
Well, there was talk of him actually going into space to film a scene for the next movie.
I thought that was going to be. I don't know if that was for the Mission Impossible 7 or if that was just going to be for a whole movie.
No, it was Mission Impossible. I heard, but I haven't heard anything on it lately, so I don't know what the status of it is.
I know all I know is that guy can run.
Yeah,
man,
everywhere
he can fucking run.
Everywhere.
So, last but not least, with the news, I thought we would talk about War for Cybertron, the Netflix show.
Levy, did you end up?
I watched half of it.
You didn't watch the whole thing?
No.
Wow.
Jamming at Christmas.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you have to watch.
Yeah, it was all right from what I saw.
That's all. Is that going to be your review? It was all right.
That's all I can recall right now.
What do you think, Mike?
So there was a lot I really liked about it, and there was a few things that I didn't like about it. Because I don't know where do you want to start on?
Let's start with the story.
The story? I was all right with the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was all right with the story. I liked that they finally made Jetfire kind of a badass. Because I always felt like he was getting his ass handed to him in G1, and he was always a big guy. And
he'd get shot once, he'd be like, "Oh!" and he'd fall.
It was a little pathetic, to be honest with you. So it was nice to see him portrayed that way for once, which was cool. But you could feel it all along that he was going to eventually defect. I mean, even if you didn't know that Jetfire eventually became an Autobot anyway, because he seen, you know how he came across, besides being a badass, he came across like Thundercracker did in the original series, where he was felt unsure of the cause. Like it felt like he joined the cause like for a certain reason when he first joined, but that they've changed since then, and he wasn't really sure about it anymore. Mm-hmm. So that was a little familiar, being that that's how Thundercracker was. But yeah, but overall, like, I'll tell you what, man, the story was kind of on the dark side, which is something I really liked about it. I mean, like, they straight up had Ultra Magnus's corpse strung up, you know, for a couple episodes, and they weren't afraid to kill popular characters. And there was the whole zombie scene. I mean, it was darker than your...
I don't remember the zombie scene. What was the zombie scene?
What was it, in episode 4 or 5, maybe? It was after it started getting going.
Who was the zombie?
There was just like they were in a zombie, like a field.
Oh, you mean the Sea of Rust? That scene.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like I definitely like that part of it, you know. I like that part of it. You know, I think if anything, I had more issues with the way it looked overall than what they were doing with the story. Because it's still, you know, for like as it was, obviously it was better than like the Power of the Primes and Combiner Wars and all that shit, obviously. But it still felt, I don't know, it still felt, I mean, hate to say it, but robotic. Like you know how Voltron moved? Like Voltron moved very human-like. You know, that animation, all the robies and robotic shit and monsters and stuff in Voltron all felt like smoother, and it felt more natural. You know what I mean? Like the Transformers animation was still a tiny bit on the
stilted side.
Yeah, a little. And maybe it had something to do with the fact that they really went really close to the models, like the actual toy models, which kind of probably hindered the way they would have animated it. And I noticed that they made some parts flexible. Like sometimes when the guys were walking, you could see like their torsos twisting a little bit.
Optimus McTwisty Waste Prime,
which was a little terrible. It was a little weird, bad, you know.
Not well done. Shitty.
So, you know,
lazy.
It had its ups and downs. It wasn't as bad, I think, as the people that are saying it sucked. I don't think it was as bad as they're making it out to be. You know, it had its holes, but you know what? It was fun. Overall, it was fun. Watched all 6 right in a row.
I liked the idea of the story, what they were doing. The only changes that I liked were, like you said, Jetfire, but you knew that he was going to turn into an Autobot, so that was an eventual thing anyway.
Right.
Having been the leader of the Seekers was definitely different and a good, like, you know.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
Inspired.
I don't know, inspired, but it was definitely changed. I liked that Bumblebee wasn't just some stupid fucking punk kid.
I liked that.
He was like a scavenger, and he was like on
a grizzled scavenger.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I did. I like that too.
Didn't have nothing to do with anybody, and just, you know, all that shit. That personality change I liked. A lot of people did not.
The G1, speaking of Bumblebee, the G1 episode 1 Easter egg of this series also starting out with him and Wheeljack was kind of cool. I thought that was dope.
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
But anyway.
And the Ratchet and Impactor relationship was well done.
Yeah.
For the that it was written out and stuff.
Although, don't you think he turned a little easy? It really did seem...
It was like one of those things where it doesn't matter if you're a good guy or a bad guy. This guy saved my life.
Right, right. No, I got it, I guess, but I don't know.
And Ratchet really wasn't an Autobot either at that point.
Right.
You know? So they were like still like on the sides. I did like the hint of what they put in there is about how the Decepticons were originally oppressed, and they rose up, and then they became the oppressors. But they kind of made it sound like the Autobots were these like well-off, high glitz glamour type of high elite living people.
Yeah.
And they weren't like oppressed by, like, say, the Quintessons or somebody else or something like that. That they were like living high on the hog, and the Decepticons were the workers, and they just basically had enough shit. So,
which I like, by the way.
It's classic classism,
right?
But it's different. It's a different, you know. It's not so cut and dry like back in the day when it was like, here's the good guys, here's the bad guys.
The rest of the story was complete trash. I fucking thought it was garbage. I mean, it's It was recycled. There was so many about faces with character dialogue and personifications that I hated it at that point, because Megatron be like, oh, don't kill them, and then he would turn around and be like, kill them all, and then Shockwave would come up with some type of master plan to wipe out all the Autobots. He's like, I gotta have some time to think about this, and then he'd be like, we'll just kill them all anyway, or do this. But then he's got to come back to Shock. Well, it was this very flip-flop with the way that the whole pacing of their character progression worked. And if it wasn't so loopy, they would start at one point and then they would go so far and then they would come right back around again to the same way a character was. Usually when you write a story, the characters help move the story forward, or the story moves the character's progression forward and makes them change. And they didn't really have too much of that. And it got real boring to me real quick. And it turned from being an idea of a decent series with some really cool concepts. Like you said, it was darker, some different, ideas that based on the premise and the origin of everything, to this just being the same loop around and around about how we have to do this and we have to do that, and then it just didn't go anywhere. And then I don't know, I got real bored with it, by episode 2 or 3 or something like that. And then the rest of it was just then to me it just became a bunch of there was some scenes that were interesting versus the whole story itself being a premise. It was I'll give you an example, the Prime Alita talk.
Yeah,
it was always the same talk. It was oh, Prime, you have to do that, and he's like, I know about this, and it was just they had 3 or 4 conversations of exactly the same context. It was just in different wording, and
yeah, I could agree with that. And you know what? On the subject of voiceovers, I think outside of Starscream, I wasn't feeling really too many.
I like Bumblebees.
Bumblebees was all right.
And here I'll give you this.
Right? Soundwave was total garbage.
What did they do to?
I don't know. It sounded
worse than the Bane movie when he was a satellite and they didn't do the effects at all.
Yeah. It was
bad. It was you did it real quick in an hour. Well, what's that? We need a vocoder? Oh, I don't feel like spending the $10,000 on it.
Right.
Shit. A lot of the acting, the voiceovers, the voice actors and stuff, I actually don't blame them for some of the shitty parts they did. I actually blame the director. I think the actors could have pulled off a lot of better, scenes. There's some parts with Prime, you just don't expect him to, speak this way, and then other times he's spot on, and then Soundwave was pretty. It was I don't know. They just weren't directed well. They didn't shine to their the positive things that each voice actor could bring. It was a poorly coached team, is what you're saying. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So I kind of blame the director for that. A lot of people blame the actors, but everyone's going to be locked in this whole thing too if it's not Peter Cullen or if it's not.
Right. Also true. I feel like the guy that did Optimus Prime, I don't think he was far off, but he was. You always bought when Peter Cullen did his Prime, you always bought the genuine feeling of the way he was saying things and stuff, and he wasn't always overly dramatic. It was usually only when there was some overly dramatic shit going on, but he knew how to what's a good word to describe it? It's like an act, Peter Cullen, if you were talking about facial expressions, and actors really knew how to manipulate his micro expressions, where if you could put that in terms of doing voiceovers, and the other guy just didn't have the same feel, you know what I mean? He sounded, he was laying it on a little thick.
There's parts when you're doing acting, because people can't see what you're doing, so you have to really be expression in your inflections. So you have to really draw out a consonant or a vowel, or you have to really go up and down with your timbre.
Right.
A lot of parts. Tyler sent me a video a while ago, showed they had Peter Cullen talking with
Frank
Welker. And they were saying the reason why they didn't use them for, the Netflix show was because they hired non-union actors outside of the show.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, that was Netflix thing. He's he seemed pretty pissed off about it. So, but the best part about that whole video is when he went into the whole thing talking about Bumblebee.
Yeah.
And they started talking about John Bailey and how they hired John Bailey to come in first to do all this stuff. And he said how they weren't going to have him do it right away. And then they then they got him to do it. And then, but they had already animated all the parts. So he said something along these lines. He's like, he had to change his acting to act worse to match the same vocals things that John Bailey did. And he's like, this guy was just terrible. It was like horrible.
That made you happy.
So fuck you, John Bailey. But it was true though. If you listen to that trailer, that Bumblebee trailer,
and
you heard Prime, that was John Bailey. That wasn't fucking Peter Cullen.
Right.
You know? So
you were worried for a little bit.
I'm just glad they didn't get John Bailey to do Netflix show. But the thing that we talked about before about the way it looked is that the animation and the texturing and the special effects is like they were going down these two lanes. One was photoreal, one was non-photoreal. And they never just pick a lane and go down, and they tried to cross it both, and it didn't work. And it wasn't so much as that the modeling was restricting the animation, Mike. I think it was just that the animators just didn't do a really good job. Well, it was very by the numbers animation. They didn't really put a lot of effort into it. They just wanted to get it done. And you can see that in the animation. Oh, that's the other thing that pissed me off. It was so much running. Run. Just turn into a fucking car and drive. You know, it's like you are a transformer. You know, the Jets did that. It's just, I don't know.
Well, because they needed to fly.
Well, but the other thing is they probably didn't make the models for them, or I don't know. And the reuse of all the molds, you know, and all the
that was models. Bothersome because there was a lot of weird lighting situations, and you didn't really know who the fuck you were looking at a lot of times.
Yeah, I paused it during that one scene to see who was up all on all the, you know, the pikes and stuff to see who got fucking murdered and shit. And there was like nobody was recognizable because it was just, you know, a mishmash of, you know, the models and colors and stuff.
Can you explain to me why? Okay, so if I just watched the Transformers thing for what it was and not compared it to anything and just watched it, like I enjoyed it. I had a good time watching it. It was cool. You know what I mean? It's not like I felt like I wasted 3 hours of my life watching it. It was all right. It was cool. But when I compare it to some of the other things that are going on out there, like, you know, I keep bringing up Voltron, but it's fresh in my mind and I just watched it. So Voltron's like a series that has had way less fanfare, I feel like, than the Transformers have over the last 35 years. Not saying that they weren't a popular thing, but I feel like, you know, there's never been a year that we haven't had Transformers toys, you know, or some sort of Transformers animations or cartoons or whatever. And you would think that franchise would get the kind of love, but Voltron, you compare Voltron to Transformers, and I realize Voltron was a full 8 seasons and all that shit, but I'm just saying, you know, 6 episodes of Voltron versus six episodes of Transformers, 6 episodes of Castlevania versus 6 episodes of Transformers. It's not even close. And it's like, I don't understand why it just can't get the fucking love that some of those other series do.
I think it depends on your development team, you know, and your animation team and all that stuff too. And if you have a passionate director or not. And I like I said, I think they were limited on time, or they just hired a crew that just they didn't really care too much about it, or maybe they were pissed off about, I don't know. But they just there wasn't any passion into the animation. It was, like I said, it was very much by the numbers. It was something that we could probably do in a year, you know. We could. That was not,
if it was our jobs.
It was not overwhelming, and that's 3 of us that could do that. You know, it wasn't a whole animation crew and a whole production crew and all this stuff to get that to the quality level that it is. And I know it's all CG and stuff, but that makes it easier in some cases. It was like they literally took pre-compiled like explosions of certain other animations and put it into the show. They didn't even have to do that. It's I don't know. I don't know what it was, if it was a money thing or if it was just a production thing, because you have Polygon, who did Transformers Prime.
Mm-hmm.
They did the Godzilla movies, anime movies, and then you have Rooster Teeth that does Ruby, the animated, you know, and then they had they did Red vs. Blue. They did a bunch of other things too, and they have experience. It's not like they're inexperienced companies. They did that Genlock. They've done things that have been better. It's just they it's just, I don't know. It's just the animation wasn't there. Like, I think, like, to me, like, overall, the rating that I could give this, like, show was like a 5 out of 10. I didn't think it was that good. I didn't think it was, like, terrible. But it just didn't, you know, I can't go back. Like I said, the test for me is, can I go back and can I think of, like, 3-4 moments that I go, oh, yeah, that was fucking awesome, you know? Can I think of, like, a time where I go, oh, man, that was so fucking cool. Like, I can do that with Voltron. I can do that with Castlevania. I can do that with other animations. It definitely wasn't an anime either. It was just like one of those things where I'm like, okay, Jetfire cut off Starscream Storm. That was kind of cool. And was there anything else? I mean, it was very by the numbers, humdrum type of thing. And the other thing is too, how many times are you going to rewatch it? How many times are you going to rewatch it? Or did you rewatch it?
I didn't. I was thinking about it, but I didn't.
Do you think you will? Probably not.
The only reason I could see myself watching it again is like whenever the next season comes out again, maybe having to go back and brush up quick so I could watch the next one, because it at least gave me enough that I want to see the next one.
Right. But it wasn't invigorating enough where you're like, oh man, I want to go watch it again. That was really good, you know, type of thing.
Vanessa, did you like Transformers? Did you have fun watching it? Yeah.
She doesn't count.
Huh?
She doesn't count.
I was just curious from somebody outside of the diehards, you know.
Girls don't count.
Oh, they count.
So, Livy, do you have anything to like add on since you only watched like half of it?
No.
Good talk. That's it for the news.
Is it?
You have any weird news?
Well, wait, before we get right into weird news, me and Vanessa, I've watched a little bit of Attack on Titan here and there, but we actually just went through the whole first season, which was like 25 episodes.
Oh, yeah?
And we watched the whole thing.
I haven't watched the whole thing. Is it good?
No. Yeah, it is pretty good, man. The only complaint I got about that series is that I think like the 25 episodes could have been in like 18 episodes.
Oh.
Like there was a lot of like Pulp Fiction-y type stuff going on, which was cool. But the problem was that they would show too much of, like, sometimes all you needed was like to for something to make sense was like a little clue, but they really kind of like went back in time and showed you the shit leading up to that point in depth a lot of times, and things were a little bit the dramatic scenes were drawn out a little bit too much sometimes. It was just like a lot of like I feel like it could have been a little bit shorter, but overall, like once it got going, it was pretty fucking awesome.
Do you know one thing that kind of like it was kind of weird for me was like when they got so far within the first season, and then like they completely changed the opening title sequence, and then, like the story direction kind of changed. You know, they were like this whole team of like, you know, people going after Titans.
What was the scouts? They went to the scout team. Yeah.
And then like they changed the whole opening credits to match
that second opening credits theme is bullshit. Because I was really
I didn't understand it. I didn't get it.
It was a little too. It wasn't as down and dirty as the first most of the season. Little like it had like a little kind of like punk hair metal type of thing going on in there. A little. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, it was an odd switch. I gotta watch the rest of it. I'll tell you what, if you want to move on to another anime that was really
how far into it did you get?
Like when it switched over, probably halfway.
So you saw one of the most intense scenes in the whole thing was when they were on horseback, the whole scout team, and they were kind of like riding across that one plane and shit. And and the girl Titan came out.
Yes.
Did you know who I immediately knew who it was.
No, I didn't until they showed it. Like an episode later.
Yeah. Are you ever gonna watch it, Levy?
I'm gonna watch. So I'll watch the rest of it then. But yeah, I got about that far.
When she held Armin, the little smart guy that cries all the time, which by the way he cries way too fucking much.
That's like Will said. There should be no crying.
Yeah. There's a little even like the main character is a little too like, you know, like your protagonist. I like him to have a little bit of ice in his veins. You know what I mean? A little too. But anyway, when she picked Armin up and didn't kill him, and she had him like right up by her face, and she pulled his hood back or whatever, and you saw him kind of like eyeballing him. I knew that she knew him, or they knew each other, I should say. But the shape of the Titan's nose gave her away, because Annie kind of had the same, like she kind of looked like her a little bit. Okay. But that was a great fucking scene, man. Like when dude, I'll tell you what, she came out as a Titan and killed him. And by the way, she was the most brutal. She had her kills, man. Like she had highlight real kills, like everybody, you know, like when the one guy went flying by and she grabbed him he went flying by this way and she grabbed him by the string and pulled him back as she was running and just shouldered him into a tree and just smashed him like a bug. I was like, God damn. And then they, at one point when she turned back into a human and came out and killed one of the scouts and then went back into the woods and then came out again as a Titan. It was like the whole fucking scene was pretty awesm.
It's been a while. I gotta go. I think I have to go back and watch the whole thing again.
It got us.
I remember bits and pieces of it. All I remember is there's something about a door in somebody's house somewhere, and there's a secret under the.
Yeah, Aaron, the guy that turns into the attack Titan.
Yeah,
his pops. Well, they foreshadowed that, like it might have been even in the first episode.
Yeah, that's the only thing I kind of remember that was like an important.
It was really kind of weird. Like he's like, if you're good, I'll show you what's in the basement.
Anyway, if you want to watch something good, watch the Star Blazers.
Yeah,
that was good. And the one I'm watching now is 2202. But it was the season before. The series before that is like 2199. I think they called it or something. It was good. It was really good. I liked it a lot. I really liked the second season a lot too. It's really well done.
Her kid was trying to get us to watch Seven Deadly Sins, but he can't handle that shit. That's too fucking. It's like dopey. Like the action scenes are kind of alright from what we saw, but like I don't know. They were that over the top Japanese animated and characters, and they were all like that. And
what show is this?
I was just gonna say, I was gonna call her in here to tell you about this one. Come, step up to this microphone real quick for a second. Tell these guys before we go on to this one. Tell these guys about Food Wars.
It's all just orgasms and food. I don't know. I got it done in 2 days. It was bad, but like it's
an anime.
Yeah.
It was food orgasm.
Food, yeah.
Was it inspired by Sausage Party?
I don't know. Like it was like Food Wars between people, and then every time somebody eats something, then they like pretty much orgasm, and that's how they know if it's good or not. Then they go to this culinary school.
But it was really educational because when they were. You know how sometimes in Japanese animes when they're doing attacks and shit, they yell the names of the attacks out and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, imagine somebody cooking like that.
Yelling out each ingredient.
They did actually like tell you about the ingredients and what they're good.
Interesting.
But
huh.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
I know. Yeah, I don't know why.
That's not the thing that I remember seeing some. There wasn't like the food wasn't actually like have faces and stuff.
No.
Right?
No.
Okay. All right.
You should watch Cells at Work.
No.
Yeah.
It's like a chemistry class.
Cells at Work is awesome.
Or anatomy.
It's on Netflix.
Nah.
It's basically about anthropomorphized human system. Basically, all the like little cells and stuff are people, and they're running around this human-like environment where like you have like different businesses and stuff like that, and like the red blood cells are running along trying to deliver packages to the different departments and everything, and then they got to bring they deliver packages and then they pick up packages and take them back to
in like the first episode.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They did.
Yeah, and it's very medically accurate according to doctors that have reacted to watching the first season.
That's why I didn't like it.
Yeah, I give it like 2 episodes usually, and if it doesn't get me by then.
But no, I just thought it was fun. It was very cool. It's
Food Wars sucks. Like don't.
I mean, it's not an anime that takes itself seriously.
It's not terrible. It's just it's weird. I don't know.
It's like it's sometimes when characters are doing some shit and they really go slow mo while they're going past the ass and titties. Yeah, a lot of that stuff going on.
It's very over the top and violent.
Okay.
Because the white blood cells and the other immune cells, they're like killing germs and stuff. Like the white blood cells carry on big daggers and they just cut up every like
a lot of gore or just
it's bloody. Like they get covered in blood. Because apparently bacteria and other...
just blood, not gore.
Not gore, but I'm just saying. That's why I said blood.
She asked are gore. Oh. I said, no, it's more blood.
Well, I mean, but it's like... Still, it's funny. They're cutting up a freaking bacteria and it's bleeding all over them. So, yeah. It's on Netflix.
It got 2 episodes.
And it's got a catchy theme song, too.
There's also... Don't forget that time I was resurrected as a slime.
By the way, Jed was not psyched on the change of theme song in Attack on Titan either.
Yeah.
Threw me. I was like, what?
Yeah. I can't think of what right now. But
it sounded like the beginning of an Armored Saint album, but like right before they would start rocking out, they would do that King Arthur sounded music, and then it would be like, you know how them albums start out.
Cool.
I I started watching My Hero Academia.
Is there a lot of crying in that?
Yeah.
There is?
Yeah, Deku does a lot of crying.
See, I'm with Will. I don't think there should be crying.
Yeah. Enough crying.
It's still a fun show. I enjoy it.
Weird news?
Yeah.
Do you have weird news?
Yeah, I have some weird news.
Oh, excellent.
Shit.
I didn't. Yeah. Weird news. Oh my god, did I read this one already?
Maybe. What is it?
It's the one where the in Vegas, a man brazenly steals a 3-foot dildo caught on video.
I think so.
Can't say I heard that one.
Okay, good. According to TMZ.com, back on July 21st, in Las Vegas, a man made off with a humongous dildo without paying. Even though the whole caper's on camera, it might be tough to nail the guy. God damn it. He's right in broad daylight. He just walked into the Deja Vu Love Boutique in Las Vegas and walked out with a massive sex toy slung over his shoulder. And here's a picture of it.
God.
So, yeah. And Deja Vu is... Oh, well, first off, the dildo was valued at $1,200 retail.
What? That's crazy.
It's a big 3-foot freaking 40-pound fucking dick. And it goes by the name Moby Dick. It's a whopping 3 feet tall, weighs an impressive 40 pounds, and goes by the name Moby Dick. Not quite what Herman Melville had in mind, we're guessing, but you get the point. The suspect is packing big time. Yeah. So the price for this thing is $1,200 retail. So, and the store Deja Vu is now offering a cash reward for any info leading to Moby Dick's return.
Oh, they didn't get this guy yet?
No.
Oh my god.
Now, as of July 21st, I haven't kept up on this. So
that's pretty funny.
Okay, so great white shark kills main swimmer in rare attack.
What?
You cut that out.
What'd you say?
You cut that out, man. I swear to God. I laughed at the headline.
Why?
No, why would you cut that out?
No, man. Because I wanted to seem like I'm laughing at the fact that a woman was killed. That's awful.
Hey, people get killed by sharks every day.
Not in Maine. And I don't want to be laughing about it.
Levy is too late.
No.
Steven Spielberg's world, they do.
Go on.
Sorry, Levy.
Edit that out.
Okay.
So, great white shark kills Jesus. Damn it. All right. So, yeah, a woman died, 63 years old. It's the state's first recorded fatal shark attack. Stop.
You are a horrible human being.
Fuck you. Sharks rarely attack humans, but are following seals in natural prey north, experts say.
Wouldn't it be really funny if she looked like a seal?
Oh, stop. Okay. Oh, yeah, by the way, this is from the New York Times. So Maine had its first shark fatality. Great white shark fatality. So it's in weird news because it was weird. It doesn't happen often or ever until now.
Just now?
Shit. The commissioners.
Go on, Levy.
Commissioner said that a recovered tooth fragment was used to confirm that it was a great white shark. I don't know why that was funny. It wasn't funny.
It was weird though.
Anyway, TheVerge.com had an article about a couple of YouTube pranksters, the Stokes twins. You ever heard of them?
Nope.
They're one of those guys that goes or two of those guys that go and stage and film pranks and stuff. It's just stupid shit. And quite often you look at those prank videos and you think, oh, those are fake, those are staged, blah 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 blah. Well, apparently these guys were doing something that wasn't staged, or that the other people that are involved in the video were involved in. This is an unsuspecting public. And what they did was they came running out, dressed like they just robbed a bank, carrying suitcases with cash hanging out the side, and just running down the street, making it look like they just robbed a bank. Mm-hmm. Right. So what they did is then they called an Uber to come meet them. And when they jumped in the car, he refused to take them anywhere because he thought they were real bank robbers. But here's the kicker. When they got out of the car, the police actually stopped the Uber driver and detained him. They eventually let him go, obviously. But, yeah, they put some other dude's life in danger. and whatnot. And so they've been charged with felonies.
Oh,
yeah.
What felony?
Oh, a number of them. So I originally saw this story on Philip DeFranco last week. So he rattled off the different charges there. There's a lot of them. I can't remember what they were. Oh, here we are. I'm sorry. I should have scrolled down further. The brothers have each been charged with one felony count of false imprisonment affected by violence, menace, fraud, or deceit, and one misdemeanor count of falsely reporting an emergency.
Wow.
So because they had actually called police.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Well, I think they called police or 911 to say, hey, we're going to be doing a prank. So if anybody calls 911, don't worry about it. So, no, I'm serious. They did that.
Wow.
I can't remember if they called 911 themselves or if they called the police or whatever. But they, because I remember that from the Phil DeFranco story, they said that they tried to call ahead to law enforcement and let them know that, we're doing a prank. So if anybody calls 911, and it's just us.
Hey.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So they're being charged with felonies and can face up to 4 years in prison, if I recall correctly.
Ooh.
So, though I would be surprised if anything happens of it. But we'll see. Hopefully, maybe they'll make an example out of them. So that's it for my weird news.
Really weird.
Yeah, I think I got through it okay.
Poor woman died of a
Oh my
shark
God,
attack.
stop. You're editing that out anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Levy?
Not.
That's not how it goes around here, man.
Oh, you're editing that out. Come on.
No, that's not how it goes.
Opening.
Oh my God.
The opening. Yeah, right. You can imagine.
Okay, so that's it for weird news.
Toy news?
Want to do some toy news? All right.
Yeah.
So, seeing like a major thing, I guess, but I think you saw this picture first, Jed, and showed it to us. It's a picture of the bottom of the boxes, the bottom of the X-Transbots boxes.
I cannot take credit for that. I think that was either Alan or Doors.
Oh, okay. But it's got the Quintesson on the bottom of one, Locke on the bottom of the other, which is their cup, and then not the executioner? What is that? That Quintesson with like the Quintesson that kind of has like the head like from Alien.
The bailiff.
Oh, is that the bailiff? All right. No, the bailiff is the big guy.
Is he?
I think.
Prosecutor?
That's who it is. Yeah, that's who it is. So anyway, those are on the bottom of those boxes, but I think we talked it over and we decided that it may be the sweeps.
Right. Because it's all the same UPC number.
Yeah. So I thought that was going to be a little bit more exciting news, but it turned out to be not.
Yeah. Like I said, I wish there was more news on Virtus. So be here eventually. That's what they said anyway. I mean, did you want to talk about are you going to talk about the Dr. Egg?
Yeah, I have that in here.
All right.
I got a habit of sharing the stuff that I want to talk about. So I'm going to go right into the thing with the pre-order and the price. Did I mention that I got my Snake Eyes, my other Snake Eyes, not just the Snake Eyes from the first wave, but I finally, after all this time, got the deluxe versions. Yo, that's some of the nicest packaging I've seen in a long time.
Aren't they really nice boxes?
Yeah, it's like I'm not a box collector by any stretch of the imagination, but that's one that
Yeah, you're like, oh,
it would look good on a shelf.
Yeah,
you're like, this one, I can't throw this one away. This is
right.
Really nice. Yeah.
So X-Transbot showed off the trailer.
Struts are too far forward.
What's too far forward?
The struts for when the trailer's not hooked up. I hate calling them landing gear because the thing doesn't.
Oh, there they are. Yeah, that don't bother me.
Little.
Oh yeah, it's a nitpick. I don't know. I just said it because I'm high.
So you got it looks good and attached.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Are you guys happy with the whole base mode?
Yeah. Well,
I didn't pay attention because I have no intention of ever putting it in that mode.
So this is funny. I love this. So look at the comment. So here's Y Rider going into the trailer, and his Eddie guy's like, "Okay, Y Rider, you need to remove the top if you want to fit." And then he goes to the next trailer and he's in, and this dude is like, "Okay, so I was wrong." Like you don't often find somebody on the internet owning up to something they said wrong. But yeah, there's the base mode.
Yeah, those ramps are totally impractical.
What rims?
Ramps.
Oh, ramps. Yeah, I'm gonna actually display it in this mode, Levy. No, I'm being serious because the X-Transbots is my individual, so that might actually have to be like the setup on that Detolf shelf.
Oh man.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
You don't have to get the trailer then.
No, but I do. What if I want Motor Master? What if I want them in truck mode?
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's telling me, yeah, nah, that's not what you're gonna do, Mike.
Nope, not at all.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how you're gonna display your shit, pal.
Did they give a price out for this yet?
They did not.
What do you think it's gonna be?
$350.
$350.
$350.
$375.
Oh.
How much was their Motormaster?
180.
180.
Was it?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Sounds about right. That was what I think. That was Road King was 180.
Yeah,
remember we used to joke about all the Zeta stuff, and then the main bot would be like 375.
Yeah.
That's what the trailer's going to be.
Well, the thing is that Motormaster might be close to that. Like if you look at Motormaster as a whole, because if he was 150, or I don't think he was 180. I think Road King was 180. I think he was like 140 or 150.
Okay.
But anyway, I could very easily see it doubling his price. Like whatever Motormaster actually was, I could definitely see. Because think about what you're getting with it, man. Like, it's not the trailer like an Optimus Prime trailer where it just kind of folds open and shit. Like there's a lot of meat and potatoes in that thing because of it becoming Menasor.
I was gonna say there's a lot of. I mean, you need that for the combined mode, right?
Yeah.
But then you get all this extra frills.
I would not be surprised one bit if that was. Oh, there's the hands. See him right there. I would not be surprised one bit if that was just as expensive as Motormaster was.
So
he was 130.
150.
I wouldn't be surprised.
What was it?
He was 130.
130.
130.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be more expensive. I really do. Think about it versus the egg, and we know how much the egg is, and we'll talk about that in a second. But think about it versus that. Well, you're getting way more here, I think.
So, what do you think this is going to go down at? 200?
I don't know if it'll get to 200. I feel like somewhere between 150 and 200, but I don't know. I won't be surprised if it's 200, but I don't think it'll be 200. I think it'll be just south of that somewhere. I think it'll be above 150 though. Maybe. All right. Well, but they did not show off any kind of combined mode. They just showed it in truck mode and base mode. Yeah. So
right.
So I put a screenshot in the chat maybe like a week ago of people saying that the Dr. Egg was going to be 170. I thought this was kind of funny, and I don't know if anybody else picked up on this, but the 3 people commented in a row saying about it being 170, 170, 170, and X-Transbots even commented on it and said price is not final.
Right.
And even some of you guys in the chat was like, well, yeah, maybe it's not final. Maybe it's just a placeholder. And then the pre-order came out and it was 175.
Yeah.
It went up.
Yeah, it went up.
It went up $5.
They're like, you want to fucking bitch about the price? Well, we'll put it up another $5.
Yeah, they were right. The price wasn't final. Yeah. God damn it. I'm not psyched on that price one bit. I pre-ordered 1. I was planning on getting 3. And I'm like, fuck that, dude. I'm not buying fucking $500 in Quintessons. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. I'll end up with 3 of them one day, but it will not be at retail. I'll tell you that.
And like 175 for this is like, I understand it's big.
It is big.
And I guess it's good to have like Hot Rod there for perspective, because he's what? How tall is he?
He's a little bit higher than he's a little bit taller than Autobot Carbot.
Oh, is he?
Just a hair.
So what's that? Like 6 inches?
Like 7.
7 inches.
Somewhere between the Carbot and the Seeker.
So this thing stands about 10, right?
This thing would be taller than. This thing would be probably about MP10 height, maybe a little bit taller. Yeah, probably a little taller.
You gotta remember though, you also have it's just half of it's a plastic stand.
Yeah, but even the mass of the Quintesson, like the egg itself, is pretty big.
Yeah, I do like the idea that they use the ship as a remote.
The ship as a remote is clutch.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's pretty cool. Plus, it may scale in with the other little ships that are coming with Unicron.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I understand that they're not going to ship batteries with it and stuff like that, but you have to go out and buy your own batteries for it. And like the one's like a USB rechargeable battery, and I have no idea how much that's going to cost. The arms are copper wire wrapped in rubber and stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
So, and then there's the light and the sound, and the auto rotation type of gimmick thing. So
that's pretty cool. But I'm gonna remember when everybody saw Rumble and Frenzy, the MMC Rumble and Frenzy, and the pile drivers. And it was like, oh, it's so awesome.
Yeah.
How many times do you think across the third party community has somebody actually turned those motherfuckers on?
Yeah. Well, I know Kyle did at least once.
But that's you know, I know you said that the electronics are only costing what, like $20 or $30 maybe.
Yeah, but so the thing with like, you know, Rumble and Frenzy and stuff having the pile drivers is that those are gimmicks, right? That you don't really need those to be like kind of who they are, because they have like, they transform, turn into a tape, you know, they got their weapons and stuff. These guys don't transform, and all they have is their gimmick. Right. All they have is their turn, light, laugh type of thing, you know? Guilty or innocent type of thing, you know? And what's the playability with this? Where's the articulation? It's just in their cables, right?
Right.
And they spin. So you're paying for the gimmick. I mean, you're going to pay for what you want. Is $175 a reasonable price? Absolutely not. It's way out there.
Where is all the transformation, like the engineering and all that money going?
The only thing I can think where the money might be they're trying to make up for is the paint, maybe, because they keep talking about this nano paint that they're using on the sculpts.
I'll say that it looks pretty. The paint does look pretty,
but they're removable. So now you just basically have an egg that spins, and I mean, I know for a fact that stuff inside is like cheap. So it's not, you don't, if someone, like, the problem is, like, people are going to go, and I'm sure everyone else thought of this too, right? They're going to go, just give me the Quintesson without the bells and whistles, and I'll give you like $100 for one of them, right? And that's the problem, is that they take all that bells and whistles out of it. That's like only like $10-20 of cost. However they marked it up is that you're not saving, you know? You're not going to be saving a lot of money on the price. So if someone says, here, give it to me, they'll say, okay, here you go, $150. And they'll be like, what? I thought this was going to be $100, not $150, you know? So I don't know. I like the idea. I really wanted to get one. I wasn't going to get 3 anyway, but I was just going to get one. But man, $175 for that. It has to, the audio, the rotation, like all the computerized stuff has to be like top notch.
But even if it is top notch, like, what does it matter? You know, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm strongly hoping for like a sweeps type of thing, like they did with Scores versus the sweeps.
I don't think you're gonna get that. If they keep promoting the paint, that must be where the price came from. Because you know it's definitely not from materials. So it's, I don't know. Because you have an empty shell of an egg with faces on it? It has to be the paint. It has to be. Or the QA that they did to make sure everything works right, and the staff that they used to test it, put it together. That's the only thing I can think of why the price point's so high. Or they just think, well, everybody else is fucking paying this expensive prices for fucking Fans Toy stuff. Why not? We'll just fucking bump our shit up too.
Yeah.
So I'm on the like, you're on the fence with the Kang toys. I'm on the fence with this.
Well, I'm not on the fence with the Kang toys. I want them. I just want to wait it out and make sure that it's.
That's exactly how I am with this. I'm gonna wait it out, see how in hand product review and if it's worth the money or not.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a little different. Because I'm just waiting for
like the fourth one, the shoe to drop if it's bad or
because like I'm totally impressed. Like there's, you know, seeing the first 2 and now the holding the first, like there's no doubt in my mind. Like I want it to be good because I want to be in.
I mean, like the next one is Dive Bomb. That looks.
How much do they cost?
These?
Yeah.
$20.
How much did they hypothetically cost?
Honestly,
$170?
No, I don't think it was
What's that.
How much were these in your stash? Kang toys.
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't think they were that much.
But they weren't $170. Now I have a hard time looking at that Lambo and thinking this Quintesson is going to be more impressive and more getting more bang for my buck out of a Quintesson than I would out of that Lambo.
I'll say I can't remember how much they were. I keep thinking 140, but that's
I'll look them up.
Right.
125.
125.
Yeah, seriously though.
That's what Lambo is right now.
That's what, yeah. So the Dr. Egg's going to be much more expensive, you know.
Not that this is going to matter to a ton of people.
Levy, are you going to get one of those Quintessons? No.
This ain't going to be important to a ton of people, so I'll just brush over it real quick. But it looks like so Fans Hobby's going to do Minerva, Siren. I got confused over that whole thing, man, because I thought that that G1 Minerva was also Siren, but it was actually Nightbeat. Minerva was Nightbeat, but they're using that mold to make the Siren out of it. And I got confused, and I talked to a few people. So what's going on is that Fans Hobby's making all of them. They're going to make Goshuda and Nightbeat, and then Siren and Minerva, who's already out.
Can you? Because I'm not being an asshole. I honestly don't know any of these characters.
They were from Master Force.
All
Master Force.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
And
Nightbeat was in Generation 1 US, wasn't he?
Not in the cartoon.
Well, I know not in the cartoon, but
no. Yeah.
he was
a toy. Sure. Yeah.
Minerva didn't come over to America.
What's the like based on what you've seen and what they're doing? Is it accurate? Is it look really good?
It looks good. Yeah. I mean, I'll have to see what goes on when it's colored, but it looks good so far. And I liked Athena. I don't know. It was good. You know, it was a pretty solid little for $60. And not that it was only good because it was only $60, but it's a cool little figure, man.
Cool.
Yeah. Fans Hobby does nice shit. There was a few tiny little bit of fidgety things about it. Like, you know, I wish the backpack would have kind of tabbed in a little better than it did, but it's certainly not anything that bothers me all that much. It was very posable. Oh, by the way, I got Athena. I forgot to mention. I don't think I got that at the last show, but so
cool.
There was a little bit of update on the Unicron, but the War for Cybertron Unicron, but nothing worth really noting yet. And then there was this Oculomax showing their Brawl finally. He's going to be big because that blast off is like the size of a Seeker. So that Brawl is going to be like basically leader height. And that's one thing I like about this set. Everybody's a different size. The 2 arms and the 2 legs, like, you know, most of the time the 2 arms are the same size and the 2 legs are the same size. Like they're definitely like Swindle's smaller than Blast Off, and Swindle and Brawl are the legs, but they make it work in command mode. But I kind of like the difference in height, like in their individual bots, because it makes it, I don't know, it humanizes it a little bit. Like if there was 5 people, they'd all be kind of different heights and shit, different sizes.
Yeah, it's more like they look more like a crew.
Yeah. That more than like when they do it like one big, the torso bot's a big bot, and then all the 4 limbs are like the same size and they're like his minions and shit. This looks more like a gang to me.
Yeah.
That's all I got for Transformers toy news. I don't know if you guys got anything to add.
Trying to think if there was anything.
Marvel Legends put up for pre-order that Rogue and Pyro 2-pack.
Oh yeah, I skipped that actually. I passed on that.
I need a Pyro, so but people were kind of miffed that the Rogue that they were offering, and it was not a re-release of the 90s Jim Lee Rogue.
Right.
Which I knew it wasn't going to be, because this Rogue they had previewed at like some sort of big high-profile show.
Yeah, it was at the that toy show that we were watching.
Or was it on there?
Was it Hasbro's toy show?
Yeah, I was going to say, was it actually on the Hasbro Pulse? I could have sworn I've seen it at one of the big shows.
We did. Is when they showed
New York Comic Con or some shit.
They showed all the Star Wars stuff, and they showed the Transformer stuff. And
No, I'm talking about when it was revealed. The Rogue. The Rogue was revealed like last year.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like maybe like a New York Comic Con or San Diego Comic Con or something. Know. So yeah, I ordered it for the Pyro. I don't really need that Rogue, but
see, I thought about it too, and I'm like, I don't really need a Pyro either.
No, I need it for the Brotherhood. I need
See, I wasn't even thinking Brotherhood. I was thinking like Freedom Force or something like that. I didn't even, well, it's the same thing, but I really wasn't thinking of it.
Yeah.
Because I've been like generally reassessing my Marvel's Legends collection lately. I've been thinking, I don't know if I'm going to keep buying as much as I've been buying. Just more like necessary stuff that I might want. Like I wanted the Spider-Man retro stuff because I like that retro look, but
yeah, that retro Spider-Man figure is really, really good.
But like that's a Rogue, the Pyro, a couple other things I've been passing on, like the Age of Apocalypse and all the other stuff too.
Yeah, I need a Toad, Avalanche, and Blob. So
I'm trying to think if there was anything interesting in like toy news or anything at all, like in the past month. But nothing.
Did you watch the Sideshow Collectibles?
I did not.
Show or multiple shows?
Didn't.
Yeah, I mean. Shit, a lot of those statues look really, really nice.
Yeah, like I'll give you an example, Mike. They revealed like a new Iron Man Mark whatever armor. It's like $410
for what?
For like a Hot Toys.
Good Lord!
And it's like that's like I'll get Spider-Man and then that's it.
Yeah.
It's like I can't do anymore.
I think I'm out on Legends.
Yeah.
Are you gonna finish your X-Men?
I think I'm gonna gradually replace the characters that I really want with better versions. Like they're cool, but they're
from other lines.
What's that?
From other lines?
Yeah,
like from Mafex.
From better, yeah, from Like the thing that kind of bothers me about them is that like all of them come with one set of hands.
Mm-hmm.
So that figure was made with one pose in mind.
Yeah.
You know, there's not really outside of like Juggernaut, and I think Colossus comes with some extra hands and shit. But like, so that kind of bugs me a little. Like they're a little short on accessories and stuff, and they're just, man, that Mr. Sinister falls over every goddamn day.
You know, you can buy those little skateboard pegs.
Yeah,
feet.
I don't know, man. They're just like, because I got those combat, the Storm Collectibles combat ones, and I realized like they're 4 times as much. But then I was thinking, my interest in Marvel figures. My interest in Marvel, like I love Marvel all around. Like I like a lot of, I like the Avengers and I like the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man and Punisher and Iron Man and all that shit. But like, the Hulk. But my favorite is the X-Men. And I think if I ever really wanted to like, collect 6-inch figures and stuff, I would rather really cut it down to like a core group that I wanted to get and just get better versions of them rather than just trying to like build this big Legends collection of like all, like I don't need Cannonball or Polaris for that matter, like
nobody needs Cannonball. He was on clearance for like $6. That's why I bought him for you.
Yeah. But even some of the like Forge, I don't even know if I need a Forge.
Everybody needs a Forge.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so toy news. That's it. That's all we got.
I can't think if there's like any big toy news at all. Kind of like
John Mezco 112 John Wick released to some rather ho-hum fanfare. People were criticizing the body that they used. It didn't have enough articulation because it had only like single jointed elbows, so you can only bend 90 degrees. There was also big complaints about the face sculpt because it looked pretty awful.
Do you know that's one thing that landed in my pile of loot like this past week that I'm afraid to ship is the next 3 figures from Castlevania. And I'm like, man, if they're as bad as the other ones, man, I'm not even sure if I want them. But they were cheaper, so they were like only like $40 for 3 of them.
So it'll be right if they suck.
Yeah. Plus, it's the guy. What's his name? The guy that likes to build boats.
Oh, Godbrand.
Godbrand, yeah. I like boats.
I'm a fucking Viking.
he's in that wave, so we'll see.
Well, if there's anything else,
I think I'm gonna get one of those snow speeders that Brother Kyle has. But I'm gonna be smart about it. I'm gonna watch until like Black Friday rolls around when the price drops on it and grab one. That's even cheaper.
Mafex Batman Hush released.
Yeah, you said that before.
Yeah,
you said you got that.
Yeah.
In your haul.
Oh, did I? Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm. You said it was too much cape. The old cape.
There was a lot of cape.
Want to move on to Q&A?
Yeah, there's probably going to be a whole bunch of it.
All right, let's start out with doors. Congratulations from across the pond.
Before you start, Mike, you probably should put like all the comments into the most relevant, so you don't miss anything.
Oh yeah. Good call. It's going to throw Doors out at the top spot. Oh no, there he is. I was going to try to read it in the accent, but I still really don't know what the guy sounds like. For real. Congratulations from across the pond, guys. Thanks so much for all the fun times and awesome shows. Here's to the next 100 episodes, which should land around June 2024. Same date Jed will finally get his X-Transbots Virtus. Keep up the fantastic work. Shout out to the chat squad and all your family, including Rogue, Storm, and all the 4-legged members. I hope to link up with you guys at a con in the future, sometime when all this settles down. F you, Robin Leach. Doors. Well, thanks for checking in, Doors. I was thinking about that today, man. I was like, we started it so long ago on a women stuff, but we kind of like, I don't know how big our audience really is and shit, but we got like some people on all corners of the planet, which was sort of a cool thing.
What did you say, Levy? Was it global saturation?
Yeah, 100% global saturation.
Oh man! Shout out to Doors. He's a good dude.
That was from Resident Evil.
Better than Robin Leach. All right. Up next, Josh from SLB Vlog. No jokes, no smart ass comments. Congrats on 100 episodes. Glad I could be a part of it, whether Levy likes it or not. Thanks to you guys for always sharing my videos. Here's to another 100. Cheers, guys. Hashtag Daywalker. Hashtag till all are one. See you at TFCon next year. Poor Josh got screwed out of
yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Selfishly, when I found out it was in Baltimore, I was like, fucking A, that's awesome. But then I'm like, man, this dude, like it was going to be right in his backyard.
At least he's going to get plane tickets this time.
Yeah. Yep. We got Mrs. Jed checking in. Congrats, guys. Is there anyone out there who doesn't like the podcast? I would say the majority of people don't like our podcast. Because if everybody that didn't listen to us listened to us, we'd have a lot more listeners.
That is some stellar logic.
Well, like if the listeners and the non-listeners switched places.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Very much so.
I think a lot of it bounces based upon how many people like you or don't like you, Mike and Cade. Because you have a growing list of people that don't.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever heard of the show. I would love for Rick Roberts to start checking in. I don't know. You know, he's been lying dormant. You know?
I'm telling you, it's all the same guy. Just different aliases.
Rick Roberts is Mike Cypress.
It's like the chameleon.
No, I meant that asshole, man. I know he's a real dude, but he could be Rick Roberts though, because I've never seen Rick Roberts.
I've never seen the two of them together at the same time.
No. Let's check the shares. Yeah. Let's see. Is that one not coming up? What are we doing here? What are we doing?
That was just really nothing on that one. First one.
You know what? Whoever shared all these might have to look at them because apparently I'm not in some of the groups that they're in.
Me.
And while you're checking in, I think Tattoo Lee actually checked in over here. Okay, so here's Brother Kyle on Instagram. Thanks for sticking with this show for 100. Wait, what? Oh, thanks for sticking with this show for 100 episode. I don't know if you guys realize how much of a catalyst getting to know you and the other guys were for many of the life-changing decisions I've made over the past few years. Thank you for everything. And that goes for Nate, Josh, and everyone else in the group. Okay, enough sentimental nonsense. Here's my question. Where do you see the Transformers franchise in 5? Just kidding.
Oh my God.
Mike, what is your favorite tattoo? And Jed and Levy, I'm pretty sure you guys don't have one, which you're actually wrong. Levy got a little ink.
Yeah, I do.
I'm pretty sure you guys don't have one, but is there anything you would ever consider getting?
Well, I have a dragon on my left shoulder here.
Is that going to be it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I think you had your first tat before I did.
Maybe.
Believe it or not.
Maybe I got this in 2005.
So it was close. It was right around the same time.
Yeah.
Huh. Jed, you don't have any, do you?
I don't. Nope.
Which means you're never going to get any.
Probably not.
Yeah, not at this point.
Yeah. I mean, like I was thinking about getting one on my leg, you know, with like a dragon wrapping around my leg. That was back like when I was in karate. But after that, I never really thought about getting another one.
Yeah.
My wife's got, you know, a couple of them. She got like 3. She got 4 of them. So
yeah.
And she just got them in like the past year or two. But I don't know. Yeah, probably not.
I don't know. You know, it's hard for me to pick out a favorite because like the sleeves in the back, for the most part, we're all done together. Like, so they're all kind of cohesive. Like, especially my back is all like one. It's like one job. Like, it's hard for me to go against that one. Yeah. But if I had to pick one specific part from it, it would probably be the Anubis at the bottom. I think that part of it's pretty dope. The Alien Frog King checks in with some applause, and then Tattoo Lee checks in with, hey, congratulations guys on reaching this milestone. Well done. Okay, so question for episode 100 is, what 2 parts of your body would you choose to lose if you had to lose them, no matter what? It would be pain-free surgery, so don't worry.
My dick and balls.
Like with no hesitation. I was going to go with my pinkies because I don't fucking use them for anything anyway.
I couldn't choose.
I was like I saw this question earlier and I was really I was not trying to do something cheap like a toe, you know what I mean? Like if you're talking like major body parts, dude, you really only got a few choices.
I can't make a choice because this is actually one of my biggest fears.
I would probably choose my legs.
No.
Which is
thinking about that
because it's either your legs or arms or your junk. Or your head.
Just thinking.
So take the head.
Thinking about losing a part of even a finger.
Yeah.
Losing a finger or something. Just like having my body maimed in any way. That's just the thought of that terrifies me.
I would go legs because I was thinking if I still had my arms, I could still play guitar. Although getting that pedal would be a little tough after that. but like I can still play, I can still draw, I can still create art and stuff. Like where if you lose arms and shit like that and you still got your leg, it's not like I can still run around and play softball because I still got to swing a bat. Like unless I wanted to take up soccer.
Use your teeth.
So like, you know, I would probably, like if you were talking major parts, I'd probably go legs, man. That'd be tough.
Did he say like major body parts, or did he just
what two parts of your body?
Oh,
I mean, if we're gonna go cheap like that, it's like, all right, I'll take like lose a couple toes or some shit.
I'll lose some ears.
Yeah, I'll lose my ears.
Yeah, but you're screwing yourself out of music and.
I mean, you can still hear.
I'll get some bionic ones.
Like, it's just cutting the ears off.
Well, that wasn't part of it. Like, you know, if I'm losing my legs, I'm just getting bionic legs. That'll make me a better ball player. Like, if you can't replace your losing parts with better parts.
We can rebuild them.
We have the technology.
Faster.
Yeah.
What do you got, Jay? What other questions? Shout out to Tattoo Lee.
Well, I gotta bring it up.
Remember, there's the Pepper post too that had some questions on them.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a Peppa. You want to be a Peppa too?
More comments.
Alan Grant checks in with 100. Well done. What's the dumbest thing you've ever done to impress a girl? Me, you ask? Was walking into town drunk with a dime. Said to her, I need to pee bad. Looking around, I saw a chopper style motorbike with a helmet hanging. Butler side up. I said butter side up. Yep, you can guess the rest. Turned out she was the gold medal 100-meter sprinter at school champs. Looking forward to the next 100 episodes. So you peed in the helmet. This picture of a giant Harley guy coming out just trying to. Alan's not like a big dude. He's like kind of a thin dude, man. Can you imagine? Probably faster. You'd have to be. You just have to take off. The dumbest thing I've ever done to impress a girl.
Take her to see Schindler's List.
Here goes you.
That really happened.
Jed?
I think I might have talked about it on the show before.
I don't really impress women. Probably my wife when I bought her Tiffany's for her birthday. That was probably it.
That had to be a while ago.
Yeah, that was dumb because she didn't like it.
Oh.
Yeah. Or it was Christmas. I bought her Tiffany's for Christmas. That's right. Before we were married. Yeah. Hundreds of dollars spent on sterling silver. And she was like, it's okay. I was like, what? So I think that was probably the dumbest one. I think.
I can't think of any like one particular incident because I just remember like being so uptight. Like I wouldn't have been trying to impress them as much as I was probably just trying to not do anything stupid. So I was probably trying to do the exact opposite, which would be different now. Like, because you get older and you have zero fucks, but I can't really narrow it down to one particular incident. Next, Deluxe, Matthew Baldwin. Congrats on 100. Why didn't y'all stop at 50? I kid. Excited for you guys. Love you like step cousins. I don't know if I want a dude with an accent like that telling us that he loves us like step cousins.
Yeah.
Man.
Why did we stop at 50? We were not quitters like him. He was on a podcast once, wasn't he?
Wow, man.
Come on, man.
It's getting fucking uncomfortable.
Come on, the guy freaking,
I love two parts of the show, when you crush your old lady and when you crush Matt.
Yeah. Well, he crushed us first, so I'm just giving it back.
He was kidding. He said he was kidding.
Too. I'm giving it back.
He's such a dick, man. The guy took time out of his day.
I can't help it.
He took time out of his day to say,
schedule.
Congratulations, guys, on 100 episodes. Yeah. Then he wanted to crack a joke. I'm defending you, Matt.
Dr. Baldwin.
Yeah, he took his break from his fucking surgery of world saving fucking to post.
We love you too, Matt. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Tyler. Oh Christ, here we go. Congrats on being 100, you old podgers. What the fuck is a podger?
Must be a Canadian term.
It's an expression.
Or a millennial thing.
Let's see. A podger, a person who engages in cunning tricks or dishonest practices to avoid something unpleasant. No, that's a dodger. My bad. Yeah, I hit look up podgers and it gave me Dodgers. No.
That's funny.
Use the Canadian Google.
Saskatchewan. A podger, any item used in the pursuance of the act of podgering.
Thank you.
Oh, that clears it right the fuck up. I need a podger to manipulate the tobacco in his rolled up cigarette to enable me to. It cuts off. Oh, there's a picture. Oh, podger looks like something you could use to transform Bad Cube shit. Jesus. All right. Let's go back to the rest of his. Say Nickelback and Avenged Sevenfold did a collaboration on a song. Who are you more mad at? Nickelback for ruining A7X for you, or A7X for stooping so low for copious amounts of money? Here's the next 100. Cheers, fellas. I'll be way more fucking mad at A7X. I'll be way more mad at A7X than, because Nickelback, you know, it's just like, of course they would. No, I'll be way more mad at A7X. Anyone else?
No comment.
You don't really care.
I don't care.
You don't really care either way.
I don't really listen to either one of them.
Shout out to Tyler.
Well, thank you, Tyler. Thank you.
Jared Bell, Burgang Jarrett checks in. Congratulations, guys. Which opportunity would you be more interested in taking? Hit Michael Bay with a truck, or Timothy Cubbinson, casting director for Transformers Siege, with a chair, then a stunner, then the beer party after? Long live Peter Cullen Sex Cult. Go Birds. Go Birds. I'll definitely hit Michael Bay with it. I don't want to kill him. Truck sounds like overkill.
Well, some people survived.
What's that?
People survived getting hit by a truck.
No, I would want it to be a little more embarrassing. Like I would want to.
Getting hit by a truck's embarrassing.
I think I would.
Well, maybe not.
I think I would hire somebody in a gimp suit to slap him around with a dildo
and a truck.
Nah, no truck. I want it to be purely embarrassing. Embarrassing is way worse than physical pain. Physical pain is just a thing, you know.
So you want to give him emotional pain.
I want
anguish.
I want a gimp.
Anguish.
I want a gimp to dildo slap him. Anybody else?
With the penetrator
coming in from the rear.
I'll take the chair option.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll smash the chair. The casting director.
Levy.
Oh, Michael Bay. I'm running his ass over.
All right. What's everybody else got in the ones that I can't see?
So Levy Curry posts.
I did. Oh yeah.
I can't believe we're hitting 100 episodes tonight. Thank you, Mike and Jed, especially Jed, for all the hard work you put into the show. And thank you everyone that has been part of the show, and to everyone that listens every 2 weeks. There wouldn't be a Blackout and Shout podcast without all of you. Levy Curry. Thanks, Levy.
He has questions on his too.
He does.
Yeah.
Justler says, "Oh, you're a big softie." And Gary Allen asks, "How often do you guys need to eat and take a meal break while recording in a pre-COVID recording?"
I'm pretty much eating the entire 4 hours I'm sitting here. Pretty much.
I try to eat in the beginning and then get done with it, so I'm not munching on chips and stuff like that afterward.
I'm pretty proud of myself. I only ate that half of that 6-inch hoagie.
Oh, cool.
So,
Gary Allen, serious question. Share a brick and mortar toy hunting story where you cross paths with another collector. Did you have a cool conversation or fight each other with your shopping carts, Mad Max style, getting to the toy aisle?
I don't know if it to the letter of the law answers his question, because I think he's more talking. Yeah, it's like a toy store, like a Toys R Us, or like a Target with the G.I. Joe guy or whatever. But this was at an auction, the auction that they had over at Merchant Square Mall, which they still do every once a month or whatever. They have that go off. And I remember going over there with a couple guys, and DC was one of them. I think, were you there? You might have been there.
Yeah, no, I was there
with the Huffer incident. So there was
I could have sworn it was Bumblebee, but
no, it was Huffer.
I think we had this discussion before too.
Yeah, but except that if it was a carded Bumblebee, I would still own it, and I don't. I have the Huffer. It was definitely a Huffer. So they had a carded Huffer up on the wall, and there was this prick customer of that DC knew from the comic book store, and he kept trying to outbid me on the Huffer. And
oh wait, DC knew him?
Yeah, DC knew who the guy was. That's why. He couldn't. And DC is one of them guys. Like he gets along with everybody. So when DC really don't like somebody, you know that guy's a real prick. So at the end of it, when I was about to give up, because I was like, man, he just outbid me for the last time. Like, I'm good. I started to walk away, and DC came walking up to me, and he handed me $20, and he looked at me, and he was serious as a heart attack, and he goes, "You go outbid that prick." He gave me this $20, and that Huffer is hanging on the wall downstairs in the transform room.
Nice.
So that's the best like, actual, because I mean, in with eBay getting all that shit, and then with pre-orders and everything, like you really don't have those. I don't. I know you guys sometimes go hunting here and there, but I really don't venture out like that. So that's the best that I can come up with.
Levy?
Man, I don't really interact with people in public. I don't. Like, if I don't know who you are and you're in the same toy aisle, I mean, I acknowledge your presence when I have to get by you.
So if you didn't know me and you and I were reaching for the same action figure, there was one left on the peg, and you reached for it, and I looked at you and I say, "You fucking let that go. That's mine."
I would put your face through the or up. I would slam your face into the thing so that
the hooks. With people.
Well, no, he's asking like, did you have a conversation with somebody?
Yeah,
well, I never had a situation like that where like somebody when it was where we were reaching for the same thing, and I never had a conversation with anybody.
What if it was a 7-year-old kid that fucking said that to you?
I don't give a shit. I'm slamming his face up against the freaking board so that one of the hooks goes like right into his eye.
This guy's so violent, man.
Oh, man. Don't try and fucking shove me out of the way when I'm grabbing for something. Put your fucking hands on me and knock your ass out. Probably not, but I don't know. It might just be the weed talking right now. I don't know.
That Devastator was like 4 hours ago.
Yeah, I know.
4 hours and 10 minutes ago.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's your story?
I guess. I mean, like I said, I've never really had a conversation with anybody in the toy aisle. It's like, even if someone's buying Transformers, it's like, I just reach for what I need and walk away. Like I said, I acknowledge their presence if I have to get by, if I'm reaching for something, they're in the way, But yeah, no, I've never had the situation where I was reaching up for something and someone was also reaching for it.
Mm-hmm.
Never had that situation happen. It's either like stuff I want is either there or it's not, and usually there's no one else there that's interested in the same thing. So, yeah.
I have two funny stories. I didn't really start collecting stuff like that, like hunting and stuff, until a few years ago. But like you said, Mike, most of the time I'm just ordering stuff online, right? But I always had the wife going out to Walmart hunting for, Marvel Legends for me and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the one time she ran into another woman, they were sitting in the car and they were both looking for the same type of action figure. And they have gotten to a conversation about how their husbands were just big kids who were looking for their fucking toys, even though they didn't know how to fucking pronounce the names of the fucking Legends figures, right? So there was that incident. But the other one that was kind of funny was just recently was when, Mike, you posted in the chat, you said, I'm thinking about selling all my box Stampedes, right? And then everybody came rushing in. It was like Alan and then fucking Kyle and everybody else. And I'm like, yo. I said, I got first dibs, you vultures. I said, back off.
Kyle was laughing about that a little bit, man. I said, dude, I just kind of mentioned it. And then on the side, like,
I want his boots.
Jed PM'd me like within 5 minutes of seeing that shit and was like, listen, here's the 6 or 7 of them that I want to get.
Well, that was pretty funny.
That'll be helpful because that'll be less shit I got to ship.
Samuel Morningstar, he added me to his group, The Worst of All Possible Multiverses, and he said he would just want to give a shout out to my boys. Thanks, Samuel, for adding me to the group, and hopefully you tune in on Monday.
Thank you.
Let's see what else we got. I know Nate. Okay, here's Nate. Nathaniel Armstrong. Wow. Approximately 400 hours of the Blackout and Shout show. They say it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert in a skill. Only 9,600 more hours to go, and you'll have been mastered podcasting. Congratulations on this landmark. Looking back at the show, what is your favorite? I'm not going to get that figure that you got in the end. And Levy, we've all heard the Makes Toys Seeker stories a few times, so you have to pick another.
So he wants to know what figure that we said we weren't going to get and we ended up getting anyway.
Looking back at the show, what is your favorite? I'm not going to get that figure.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, I know. Fancy Sovereign. Remember how I said I don't get movie or post-movie figures? And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I'm like, I need that Sovereign. I must have it. I don't need it. Yeah, so, I think that's it. That's the Fancy Sovereign. And now I need to get a freaking Cyclonus. Hopefully they'll reissue the metallic one.
Mine was back when I started collecting stuff. I remember for my birthday I bought Cloud and Sephiroth, the Player Arts Kai. And that was right around the same time that Red 13 came out. I'm like, I'm not getting a fucking dumbass fucking fucking animal for fucking $70. Meanwhile, he jacks up to like $400 and some dollars, you know, on the market like a year or two later, and I could have bought like 10 of them or whatever. Mm. So then I had to go back and, you know, I forgot his name. Rich. Yeah. Hooked me up at the store. So yeah, there's that one.
My favorite, I'm not getting that figure, getting it anyway figure. Man. That's a tough one, man. I might almost have to. I don't remember really fighting any off. Like I had my mind made up on a lot of stuff and stuck to it, or said I was gonna get it and got it. And even like the bad choices, like
what about like when you were like looking for any of your whales? Did you ever pass up any whales and then you're like, shit, I wish I would have got it back then or whatever?
No, because a lot of the stuff was just like I knew I wanted to get it, you know, but it was just a matter of like price.
Right. So I mean, did you ever like look back at it and go, man, $500, that's a lot of money, and then you went back like a few months later and like, shit, it's already up to $7 or something like that?
No, I got very lucky with all that stuff. Like I either got it as low as I was gonna get it before Transformers kind of got big again, or they were just gonna be expensive because I just never saw one. Like I never saw a Minerva where I could get it, or a Black Shadow or any of that shit. I guess probably if I had to go with one of the third party ones, probably the Fans Hobby Thunderclash. Like I didn't fucking Miami Vice Prime, man. I'm like, look at that thing. But like
it's Thunderclash.
It was Thunderclash. Greatest
Transformer ever.
Well, his IDW thing went a long way. Mm-hmm. Like IDW helped out the cases of a lot of characters in Thunderclash and Whirl. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of the ones that really didn't make a whole lot of, you know, the jump starters and like certain Swerve.
Yeah, that's one thing they really did do. They took a lot of minor characters and then they really made personalities and traits for.
Yeah, so I guess made like, you know, I didn't.
They even
really,
made Hot Rod cool.
They even made Hot Rod. Yeah, they did somehow. But yeah, it'll probably be that Fans Hobby Thunderclash, which I love, by the way.
Adam Urban says, damn, 100? Congratulations, guys. And then Adam Urban says, 100 more episodes? Question mark.
I got nowhere to be every other Friday for the next 5 years.
Speaking of 5 years, Chris Bishop says, congratulations on 100 shows in 400 hours. And I said, hey, that's only 2.38 weeks of nonstop recording. Jay Luzon said, favorite episode is They All Smell the Same.
Of course.
Oh, speaking of which.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Luzon. He just became a daddy.
Congratulations, Jay.
So I was too high before to remember that.
Kiss the fucking hair on your head goodbye.
My apologies, Jay. I was going to say it earlier in the episode, but yeah.
You should do like, you know what you should do? You should do like smooth jazz podcasting. So here we have another one by a great band. Jay Luzon's in it. And yeah, there's your number. Anyway, Dustin Hayward says, congrats. Should have been recorded live at the nudist colony through missed opportunities.
I'm glad word of that show, those shows get around. Dustin, by the way, takes some pretty fucking cool pics.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's in the
yeah, I've seen his stuff.
Rewind, and I see it on Instagram and shit like that, and it's always pretty good.
That's it for the Q&A. Any closing anything you want to say in closing of the 100th episode of the show?
No, I got nothing. I got nothing I didn't already say at the beginning of the show. Like, I appreciate everybody listening. It's cool. Yeah. Like, you know, it's funny sometimes. Like it's I get the same feeling about this like I did when I would put a band together, because every time, I mean, the 2 times I put a band together, like, you know, you meet your bandmates and then they have friends and their friends meet my friends, and it all becomes like this big, like, you know, circle of friends and acquaintances and shit. And like, I got the same feeling from doing this show. That was just you know, just like an idea I threw out at Levy and shit. And here we are years later, and we've been hanging out for a couple of years, and met our gang, you know, our close gang and shit, and met people from, you know, at least virtually have met people from all over the planet and shit. And they've met our friends have met their friends and all that shit. And it just becomes like a great circle. And I think that's a pretty cool aspect of
from the UK to Australia.
It's the blackout and shout effect.
Yeah, man. It's the web, man. The fucking blackout and shout web. if you're stuck in it, we're glad to have met all you guys.
Yeah, because I knew you from before.
Yeah.
And then, we hooked back up on Facebook, and that's how I met Levy. And then, we got together. And then that's, I hooked up with everybody else, like Nate and Kyle and Josh and stuff, and Adam and, Doors and Alan and fucking Lewis and John and, and Yule and Will and shit, Jay. Everybody.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Yeah, there's too many. Yeah, I keep trying to bring them on. I don't forget anybody. Yeah, but man, I'm just that's kind of cool that the social circle is like huge now, which is awesome. But I am so much more broke than what I should be. So thank you, Mike.
Yeah,
thank you, Levy, for taking my money away and making sure I spend it on something that's cool.
Levy is the godfather.
Mike blames me. You can blame Mike.
Well, yeah, I know, but through proxy, it's like you're responsible for both of us. like you're.
I'm like the Methuselah.
It's true because you did go, "Hey, did you ever see Marvel Legends?" And I was like, "No." I'm like, "What's that?" And you're like, "Oh."
Like to Jed, you're like Jed's grandfather of poverty. Technically, if I'm his father of poverty, you're his grandfather of poverty.
I am the master.
It's 12 o'clock. Happy birthday, Levy.
Oh, happy birthday, Levy.
Is it midnight?
It is midnight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Happy birthday to me.
So what does that make you now? 37?
44.
What is it?
44.
44.
I don't feel 44.
Give it a couple of years.
Yeah, it's been a strange year.
Yeah.
Ups and downs.
Definitely a strange year, but cool.
So,
here's 100 more.
Yay.
We're all good? Enough's enough. We're out.